Turn it up, clocking out, driving home, or just turning on. We got the remedy for the daily grind, Monday through Friday. 3:30 to 5:30 EST. Get ready for the shift. It's the Taz effect. It's the Taz effect. Changing up your view, bringing news, history, and commentary to you. 2 hours of power, 5 days a week. It's the real talk and the truth that you see. Yeah. Tune your dial, clear your head. Listen up to what's being said. Yeah. Kick it off on Mutual Aid Monday. We're giving back, helping the community. You're staying on track. And Tuesday rolls around and the studio gets blessed. It's Talk About It Tuesday with the Smokin Hot Mess Jess.
From the middle of the week, we're leveling up your brain. Prison Wednesday is here to break the mundane.
Surprising guests who enhance the whole world. Watch the knowledge and the stories get unfurled. It's the Taz effect, changing up your view, bringing news, history, and commentary to you. 2 hours of power, 5 days a week. It's the real talk and the truth that you see. Now Thursday hits and the lines open wide. No placeholders here, nowhere to hide. Think about it Thursday, yeah, the mic is all yours. Call in, chat live, let's open up the door. And just like that, the weekend's inside. We're wrapping up the weekend, we're doing it right. Fun News Friday is the ultimate news party. Coasting you into the weekend, feeling good and hearty. 3:30 to 5:30, making your daily check. Lock it in, turn it up. You just
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me here for the Taz Effect Daily News in a way you did not know you could use. For those listening in over the radio airwaves at GCPR.live or through the Apple app or the Android app, thank you for tuning in. And for those listening and watching from all around the social media sphere, hey, how you doing? So glad you could come through. Let's get into it. Hey, Nana J. Hey, Annabelle. Hey, Jess. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Quick bit of housekeeping. If you are subscribed over on Patreon, there is a new podcast listed. For those that are not on Patreon, you can go to Spotify and look up Tazisms, the podcast. It is audio only and try to keep it 5 minutes or less. And over on Substack, if you are subscribed over there, then you can get the complete series. Yes, we finished it. The voting history of the United States. Well, let's get into it. Trump's $100,000 H-1B visa fee is unlawful. This is according to a U.S. judge. Coming out of Boston, a federal judge on Monday struck down a $100,000 fee U.S. President Donald Trump Sr. imposed on new H-1B visas for highly skilled foreign workers, concluding that it constituted an unlawful tax Congress never authorized. U.S. District Judge Leo Sorokin in Boston issued the ruling in a lawsuit filed by 20 Democratic state attorneys general challenging a fee Trump announced in September that dramatically raised the cost of obtaining H-1B visas, which tech companies in particularly rely heavily on to bring on foreign workers. And before you go, but Taz, the United States is insolvent. We need that money. Are you stupid or are you dumb or are you both? Because if you think that Trump going around Congress to hike up the price on something meant that that money was going to us, the people, going to the country, your mama sucked off a corpse and then sat on it to create you, didn't she? Because the only time Trump has been able to turn a profit and maintain profitability has been his time in the Oval. How many times does myself and other people have to tell y'all that he's laundering money and scamming in plain sight out of the White House? Are you well? The administration argued the fee constituted a lawful monetary penalty that the president was authorized to impose under federal immigration law, which gives him the power to restrict the entry of certain foreign nationals when he deemed it detrimental to the interest of the United States. Why is there a penalty on the visa type that tech companies are reliant upon here in the United States? And before you go, well, we should be filling those positions with people born in the United States. How? When you're dismantling the education system. And all of the great minds that could have fulfilled those positions, y'all dog whistle of DEI made them ineligible, because now y'all are acting as if qualified people are just being handed jobs just because. Hey, what's up, Jake? Exactly. The Doge or the tariff checks would be nice right about now. But Sorkin concluded that the fee was not a penalty but a tax that the Republican president lacked any authorization from Congress to issue, and that the U.S. State Department and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services could not implement. Here, the substance and application of the $100,000 payment reveal that it is a tax, regardless of what the payment is called, wrote Sorokin, who was appointed by Democratic President Barack Obama. Hey, Christina. Again, I really wish y'all would stop pointing out who appointed who, because it doesn't matter. When it comes to, unless a judge is being overtly partisan, why bring it up? When a judge is doing what a judge is supposed to do, adhering to and upholding the law, why does it matter who appointed them? Because just because somebody appointed them does not mean that that's how they align. And I need for people to stop giving false equivalencies, aka lying to the United States people, because most people aren't going to research to find out these things. Because so many people love Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Do you know that someone who she does not align with politically nominated her to the bench? What? Yeah, because most people want to submit to their legacy incredible things. They want to be a part of first. They want to be a part. They don't care how you align politically. They want to make sure you can do the damn job. Oh, thank you, Jake. But now all of a sudden, every twist and turn, well, they're trying to insinuate that, oh, this person ruled against Trump because, they're a Democrat. How do you know they're a Democrat? Well, they were appointed by a Democrat. And there are presidents that people believe were conservative, that people will tell you were conservative. If you actually look at their lives and how they voted and how they legislated, I wouldn't say that, but whatever, who appointed or nominated folks that were not conservative, that weren't even centrist, because again, they're looking for who's qualified for the job. Yeah, I can't stand it when it comes to judges. They're nonpartisan. Exactly. And when they become partisan, then point out who appointed them. Like in the case of the judge in Florida, when it came to Donald Trump, we know she's partisan. She's been spotted how many times in MAGA merch? She goes out of her way to placate and to capitulate to Trump. Yes, that is an instance where, yes, you should bring up that he's made public promises to her that he still has not fulfilled. Sister girl, you did all of that. He didn't nominate you for a federal judge shit. All the promises he's made. That's when you bring it up. But when a judge is doing that, who cares? Who cares? That's like if you point out, oh, well, you know that cop over there, he's Republican. The one that arrested the serial killer. Okay, big whoop. Who cares? It only comes into play if that same cop went into court and made a bunch of excuses for the serial killer because he found out the serial killer was conservative like him. Yeah, other than that, it doesn't matter. Now, oh, I know a lot's going on. A lot's going on. And we know we got company here in the United States. The Europeans are all over the place. And sorry, Europeans. And what do I mean? Sorry, Europeans. Um Trump. And Trump is insulting people once again. And just showing just how strained are the relationships between him and the rest of the G7 leaders. So hold on. Whoops. because he can't stop. Hey, Titus. He cannot stop for a second to just be an adult. And nobody wants to be around him. But here's the latest from coming out of the G7. Trump and other world leaders discuss Iran and Ukraine wars at the summit. Real quick. President Donald Trump Sr. and other world leaders are in Evian-les-Bains, a French spa town, for the 3-day Group of Seven summit, where a tentative deal to end the Iran war has been a prominent topic thus far. The leaders have held challenging discussions about ending Russia's war in Ukraine and will address the Middle East crisis as the summit continues. Switzerland's foreign minister said Tuesday a signing ceremony for a deal between the United States and Iran will take place on Friday at the Bergenstock Resort near the city of Luzerne. The U.S. and Iran have reached an initial agreement that would extend their shaky ceasefire and lead to the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, but significant challenges remain to ending the war, including whether Israel will continue its offensive in Lebanon. Of course, BB from Philly is going to keep the pedal to the metal. He is going to mess up any potential deals that we try to cement because that goes against his plan. And Trump is beginning to see that he got manipulated. What's up, Inferno? Hey, DJ. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky joined G7 leaders for a morning working session Tuesday. Talks wrapped quickly as leaders gathered for just 75 minutes. According to a French diplomat familiar with the talks, G7 leaders, including Trump Sr., agreed to increase pressure on Russia, notably through sanctions targeting its oil and natural gas sectors. And before you go, well, Trump is starting to change his tune about Putin. I guess he's learning about Putin. Maybe he'll learn. No, he won't. He hasn't learned shit. Okay, he's adapting to try to save face. That's it. This it. And again, I don't know what more it's going to take for y'all to get it that Vance does not like Trump. Trump does not like Vance. If Vance would not have cozied up to Donnie Jr., Vance wouldn't be where he is now. And I'm beginning to wonder if the existence of Vance is why Donnie Jr. and Donnie Sr. are at odds with one another, but I don't know. Vance says he was late for a radio show because Trump Sr. called to check on progress of Iran deal. We know VP put it in the pullout does not like to work. He never likes to work. Ever. Oh, they were together Sunday, Jake. It was the happiest I've ever seen Donnie Jr. around his father. I thought Senior was gonna die Sunday. As happy as Don Jr. was. Megyn Kelly was ready to bring VP put it in the pullout live onto her radio show, but she told listeners that they'd have to wait because VP put it in the pullout was on the phone with Trump. Once he'd gotten mic'd up with Kelly, Vance and said Trump, who was in France for the G7 conference, just called me to check in on how things are going and on the progress of the deal concerning the Iran war. Shouldn't you all have scheduled meetings regarding this? Number one. Number two, Megyn Kelly, you've been in the game at this level for far too long, that you should know better than to say, hey, the VP's on the phone with the president. Check. Like, no, just say, hey, just put up some filler. I've done it. I've people that I've been interviewing have been late to show up. There have been times where somebody that I was supposed to interview did not show up for the whole damn show. Okay. And in that instance, I was supposed to interview a group of activists. And I knew it was a possibility that they may not show up because they were risking arrest. There was a lot going in. I knew where they were at. There was no reason for me to say it. And if somebody was targeting them, to give it away. Like, what's up, Annabelle? But of course, Trump has to go over to the G7 and act like he's the biggest and best that ever did it. Now, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but to the surprise of no one, there is another GOP candidate that's caught up in the rapture of infidelity. And this time it was through text messages that were leaked. His wife reportedly found out about his affair the day before Mother's Day this year. Um, to me, said politician has the look of somebody that would be celebrating Pride Month alongside himself and others. Looks like a card-carrying member of LGBTQI to me, but that's just me. Okay. But he also believes that the Antichrist will be Jewish. He's still the favorite to win in the primary today in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A pro-Israel pastor. You heard the backstory that I gave you. Okay. A pro-Israel pastor who inveighs against Sharia law and preaches about the Jews worshiping the Antichrist is the favorite candidate in a crowded congressional primary in Oklahoma on Tuesday. I don't know how you're pro-Israel while claiming that Jewish people worship the Antichrist, but okay. Jason Lawmeyer, the founder of Pastors for Trump. Jason Lawmeyer, the founder of Pastors for Trump and a political activist from the Tulsa area, secured the president's endorsement ahead of Tuesday's primary for the state's solidly Republican 1st District House seat. Other big GOP endorsements soon followed, including House Speaker Mike Johnson. No shit, Sherlock. Whatever Trump says, Mike is just going to lap it up and say, yep, boy, he's the greatest. I'm going to go with that too. And House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, helping to pull Lawmeyer away from the other 9 candidates vying for the nomination. Oh, he's one of the people who wants Israel to exist so that the end of the world happens. Got it. Mm-hmm. Much of Lawmeyer's national profile has been defined by his regular invocations of Sharia law, traditional Muslim doctrine, often used as a right wing shock tactic. One of the campaign platforms is ensuring that Sharia law never takes root in our nation. Newsflash. Newsflash. Uh, Weirdo pseudo Christians, Sharia law is already here. You invoke Sharia law on yourselves, your loved ones, and you're trying to invoke Sharia law on the rest of us. Because y'all don't have a problem with a nun being covered head to toe, but you have a problem with a Muslim woman being covered head to toe. Y'all sit up there and talk about, oh, be appropriate, be modest, be modest. Name someone more modest than a Muslim woman, a hijabi, or a burqa wearing woman. But y'all will, you want control over women. You want household votes. If there's a man in the household, if there's no man in the household, then that household doesn't get, like, you all are so restrictive. But that's why you all love the Confederacy so much. Oh, were we supposed to never point out that the Confederacy was a very autocratic government for the high school span of years that it was in existence? What? Why do you think so many of y'all now scream about you want small federal government? You want small federal government because you still believe in the autocratic, Confederate autocratic blueprint of big government statewide, small government federal wide. And the only reason why you want small federal government is because big government federal wise didn't work out so great for y'all because you couldn't keep your slavery and you couldn't take your slaves from coast to coast the way that you wanted to. You wanted to keep big government on the state level because it's easier for states to negotiate with other states and let you get away with egregiousness when under the guise of visiting another state. Essentially, states would have embassies for one another. On Sunday, Lawmeyer also responded to allegations published by the Daily Mail that he had cheated on his wife, writing in a post on X that, and I quote, "This matter was already dealt with privately between me and my wife Kendra through counsel and prayer with God and spiritual advisors." According to them text messages, no the hell it wasn't. She called your mistress, a former Miss Oklahoma, by the way, a home wrecker. Okay, called her basically a lick and floozy. Okay, let her know she was a whore, and your mistress, to her own credit, said, "Pastor, yeah, she called you pastor. Hey, maybe stop putting all this stuff in writing, because if you do get elected or you get close to being elected, this stuff could come out, and if it does, it will make headlines." How fortuitous. And like I said, your wife just found out the day before Mother's Day. So that ain't enough time. That ain't enough time for her to get over it and be okay with it and be healed. And it ain't enough damn prayer. Now, only thing I can think of is that you could have bought her silence and her temporary compliance, but I took a little peeky peek. You don't have that type of money to pay that for this swift of a response. Okay. You essentially got to have Elon Musk. No, because he don't have that in liquidity. You got to have Bill Gates money. Okay, you got to have Warren Buffett money to pay a woman to get over that publicly that quick. Because your wife ain't said we good. She's sitting back watching. She's you asking her like, well, what you want for the anniversary? A watch? Oh, what kind of watch you want? No, I want to watch. You burn, bitch. Like, absolutely not. Talking about through counsel and prayer and guidance, spiritual advisor. You're supposed to be the spiritual advisor, sir. You've been doing the Uchi Coochie Wally Wally with somebody who's not your wife. And here's the thing. Whether you truly believe that you are a holy, sanctified person or you just playing one on TV, aka social media, do us all a favor and get a partner that is one who the body type that you're traditionally attracted to, someone that you can get along with, listen to, and actually respect. Because I don't know about you, but I'm so tired of you crusty, dusty, want to sell an image to somebody and you are miserable yourself, which causes you to be caught up in these situations. Y'all get with these women who actually believe the bullshit that you spew because they daddy done spewed it, they mama done spewed it, and they ignore what they grew up witnessing from their parents, and they just believe, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, I'm gonna do it. No, stop getting with people you got to cheat on. If you like a thicky thickums, go date thicky thickums. Stop trying to turn somebody into something for you. It's not pleasant. It's not coming. Both of y'all gonna be miserable. Both of y'all gonna be miserable. And men and male presenting individuals, hear me and hear me good. Y'all are not built to take the medicine you try to force down everybody else's throat. Huh? Because a lot of y'all got in your mind the type of partner that you need. Not that you want and not that you need for all the good reasons. The type of partner that can be a scapegoat so you never have to be nitpicked. In other words, can't nobody hold you accountable for shit. You want to come home and act like everything is all rosy and gardeny and they've been working all day too. You want somebody to take all the accountability for you, be this body type, that body type, but that's not who you go after. There's a goofy bitch out there that's willing to do that shit for you. Male, female, non-binary. There's a goofy bitch out there willing to do it. Y'all got to stop. This man done humped around and had kids with a woman he does not want to be with. And the Miss Oklahoma type is who he wants to be with. He really don't want to have no damn kids, but he wants the power of politics. Newsflash, you can be a politician and not have children. To be quite honest with you, and y'all probably want to come out the bag on me, but I don't give a damn. I would prefer politicians that don't have children that they need to actually be dedicating their lives to. You cannot keep getting mad at these people because you found out that their kids are serial killers, that they're scammers, that they're all of this. You can't have certain careers and be able to pour into relationships, whether it's parental relationships, romantic relationships, platonic relationships, and be good at your job. And civil service is one of those. Yeah, you can end up with great children if you have partners that are willing to do all of the work at the house. If you have partners that are willing to essentially be single parents, so you can go off and be great. And we have to stop voting people in because they're married or they got kids. That is not an indicator of if they're good on their jobs. You know what that's an indicator of to me? That you're willing to neglect what's truly important, the choices that you made for the sake of spotlight and a check. Because why would you start a family? Why would you create a family to go into a profession where you can't really do anything with that family? You can't nurture, you can't procure, you can't ensure a good nature, an environment for them. No, nothing. But y'all are quick to turn your nose up at somebody who's not a mother, not a father, not married. Why? Why does it damn matter? What's poppin', twin? If somebody is good at their job, what goes on in their house shouldn't matter. That's too much of y'all problem. You want to be in everybody else's business, but you want nobody in yours. I am a strong believer in matching energy. And a lot of times folks don't realize that I'm matching energy until they really look up and notice the changes. If you're dismissive towards me, baby, I'm matching that energy. If you act like you can't believe nothing that I say, baby, I'm matching that energy. If I got to chase after you, baby, I'm matching that energy. Okay? We gonna be outrunning each other. And that's what you got to do. This man also told a wild tale. I have the full article posted on TikTok and on YouTube. Of going to Mar-a-Lago, being offered the cocaine, and then going to a midnight ballerina establishment. Before you go, because people always like to do this, I really need y'all to stop being stupid. Okay? I told you, I got classes. I done introduce y'all to organizations where you can get educated. Do it. Before you go, but Trump said he doesn't drink alcohol. What the hell does cocaine got to do with alcohol? Y'all kill me with this. Somebody says, oh, I don't partake in drugs. And then somebody said, oh, you know, they got drunk off their ass. And you're like, well, they said they don't. Shut up. And a 19-year-old out of Ohio was arrested for targeting the White House event with drones on Sunday. I just, before we went on air, I posted the update to TikTok at TazJX. I will have it over on YouTube at TazJ77 when we get done here. There just was not enough time for me to get it in both places before we started. So, the FBI disrupted an alleged plot targeting the UFC Freedom 250 fights at the White House on Sunday that included explosive drones designed to target buildings in the area to spark a mass evacuation, according to authorities. Now, we knew something was up when we were covering this on the Villains View because, one, with all the rain that happened on Saturday, the floodlights, the blood, we're like, where are the mosquitoes? The temperature, like stuff wasn't good. That's why. That's why the constant sweeps in the area. Oh, maybe, just maybe, can we collectively finally admit that Trump's idea that the ballroom will make things more secure, having hundreds of people on the White House lawn, thousands of people, because we're used to handling hundreds, is a security risk. Having events like that is a security risk. My thing is, I'm shocked and surprised, a little in awe, that the Octagon wasn't rigged. I'm surprised that nobody popped out from behind something. Five people are in custody as of Tuesday morning, authorities said, and one person has been formally charged. The suspects were allegedly in signal chats discussing pre-operational plans, according to court documents, with some of those involved in the plot allegedly traveling to Fredericksburg, Virginia on June 12th or 13th. That, you know what? Just everybody in signal chats, just plotting in the plea. Just, I mean, if it's good, if signal's good enough for the government, why isn't it good enough? FBI and Department of Homeland Security officials warned in a bulletin earlier this month that the fights were attractive symbolic targets. So why do it? If I'm putting on an event, and yes, this has happened. Hell, this recently happened. If I'm putting on an event and I know there's a potential for targeting, why would I move on with that plan of action? Like, you do realize that an already established venue for UFC fighting could have been utilized better for, and here's the thing. I think that the wins and losses from Sunday should have an asterisk next to them. Not a fan of anybody who agreed to participate in the fights. And the reason why I say an asterisk is because this is not a sport that was ever intended to be done outdoors in a non-controlled environment. But you could have done that. You could have had a replica of the White House there. You could have had pictures of Trump if that's what he wanted all over the place. You could have done it that way. You could have done like a USO style event. Hey, Mrs. Lyles, where, you know what, all of the invitations just went to military personnel and their families. If you wanted to make sure it was patriotic, you could have done, vets only. You didn't even have to include active duty if you didn't want to, depending on the optics or the security risk. There's so many different ways you could have done it. But to recognize that, you know what, potential threat. But hey, this is how I know it was a real threat. This is how I know it's a real threat. And they, and we know who I mean by they, had no parts in it. It was thwarted. It didn't happen because we know how incompetent certain organizations have made themselves look. I wouldn't have done it. You couldn't have paid me enough. But here's the thing. Who snitched? Who snitched? Because we don't have the surveillance teams that we used to, and we don't have the trained surveillance teams that we used to have. So we can't honestly think that they just, through surveillance and investigations, these people were on our radar and we decided to. No. So who in the mix snitched? And they probably snitched for some damn tickets that they probably never got to the white trasher palooza. FBI and Department of Homeland Security officials warned in a bulletin earlier this month that the fights were attractive symbolic targets. There were no credible threats listed in the bulletin at the time. The UFC event was held in the evening on Sunday, June 14th, on the grounds of the White House. Billed as a celebration of America's 250th anniversary, it also coincided with the 80th birthday of Doodoo Pants, who was in attendance and sleeping the night away. The alleged plot involved explosive-laden drones, according to court documents, which were designed to hit buildings in the area to spur a mass evacuation. A second wave targeting a security checkpoint was then planned, authorities said. In a statement to ABC News, FBI Director Turtle Patel praised the rapid reaction of the FBI and its partners that involved a multi-state operation. Federal prosecutors unsealed a criminal complaint on Tuesday charging 19-year-old Tyson, Ticen, Proper of Ohio with conspiring against the United States, attempted murder of an officer of the U.S., and firearms charge in connection with the alleged weekend plot. Just because his name is spelled Tycen, and the reason why I spelled it out is because I know what the narrative is about to be from coast to coast because they're gonna be doing the most. The only thing you could say was remotely black about this man is he got a bell pepper nose, but he is white. Okay, he is copy paper, baby. He is Kleenex tissue. Okay, he is Puff Brands Plus. All right, all right. He is a fresh out the box whiteboard, no marker. Okay, he's the powder milk, the can milk, all milk. But have you noticed? Have you noticed? They keep saying the black people survived. The black people being afraid of the black people. But every time somebody pissed off at the government and want to invoke the violence, whether in the name of the GOP or towards the GOP, they don't look like me. Woo. That's why I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me, together we. I'm just saying. Now, for those that did not sleep through basic science classes while in school, primary and middle school and high school, we all knew that Trump making the executive decision to treat the reflecting pool like his backyard swimming pool and paint it blue was a dumbass idea. Okay. Immobile water, increased temperatures, the color blue. Baby, it turned it into a petri dish of algae. The Trump administration is now blaming Obama for their blue reflecting pool being green and barely reflected. But according to this administration, that's Obama's fault. That's all. Obama's fault. And there were some administration of individuals, well, members of the administration that were caught going down to ye old reflecting pool, dumping in peroxide to try to kill the algae. So, okay. Work on the pool was completed last week after President Donald Trump Sr. vowed to paint the space an American flag blue. However, the familiar green algae often spotted in the pool returned days later. In response, because they did all this painting but didn't fix the underlying plumbing problem. So that there could be a flow of water so it wouldn't be still. But yeah, work on the pool was completed last week after President Donald Trump Sr. vowed to paint the space an American flag blue. However, the familiar green algae spotted in the pool returned days later. In response, a spokesperson for the Department of the Interior took a swipe at the Obama administration in a statement obtained by the New York Post. It says, and I quote, "The nanobubbler technology has successfully destroyed the algae bloom that has plagued every pool reopening since 1922. Most infamously, the Obama pool reopening that resulted in massive algae clumps taking over the pool's surface," the spokesperson said. Mind you, members of the administration were just spotted tossing peroxide in. Now, due to deploying the advanced nanobubbler technology, the algae is dead and being vacuumed up as we speak. The spokesperson went on to claim the National Park Service was actually maintaining the pool versus previous administrations. They act as if this is still the first term. They're acting as if Trump's terms were back to back and that the Biden presidency never happened. They keep trying to go back, leapfrog back to Obama. What's up, Corey? According to online federal contracting records analyzed by the publication, the Trump senior administration spent $1.7 million on an upgraded ozone nanobubbler filtration system aimed at dispersing oxygen bubbles. Oxygen bubbles to disrupt algae's food supply. Or make it so that the water just doesn't sit still, it's but as I said, staff spotted dumping hydrogen peroxide into reflecting pool to kill algae. But remember, it was supposed to be the nano bubbler that killed the algae, and it has been 14 years since the overhaul of the Washington, D.C. reflecting pool was finished. It was the first time in 90 years that the reflecting pool was repaired and a more cost effective way to bring water into it was developed. President Donald Trump Sr. this year spent millions to put a special coating on the pool he said would stop the algae. We already had a fix to the problem. Trump is he is the super czar of taking a fixed issue, breaking it again, and not even trying to recycle the problem solving. He just makes it worse. On Tuesday morning, National Park staff were videotaped pouring hydrogen peroxide into the pool. Mixing peroxide and chlorine into water can cause a chemical reaction that sanitizes the pool just like a swimming pool. A New York Times report from May walks through why it isn't going to work. First, Trump's renovation never addressed the pipes. I told y'all. Water is pumped from the tidal basin and inlet of the Potomac River to the treatment plant. There it is filtered and purified before being fed into the reflecting pool, the report says. But when the water from the tidal basin is too murky or filled with algae, okay, that was weird. Or filled with algae, which is often, the pool is filled with city drinking water instead. This happens especially in the hot summer months when algae blooms are prevalent. Yes, like the Iran deal, DJ. Exactly like that. So they said the nano bubbler did all of that. But this morning, they was busted out there pouring peroxide into there. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers the show 1,000 Ways to Die, or if anybody had a relative or 2 or 25 or that didn't pay attention in science class and when cleaning mixed hydrogen peroxide with some chlorine. Yes, I know it's a different chlorine than will be used in pools for some people. I've met some rednecks that do use Clorox chlorine in some, but I digress. You know what happens. No, why don't we just have a press conference showing Trump demonstrating how that works? Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, the Trump White House ballroom project could potentially cost us taxpayers well over $300 million. And that's just our portion of it. Mitch McConnell is back in the hospital. And no, this is not still from the other day. He went into the hospital. He got released. He's back. And before you ask, no. No, I had nothing to do with it. Now, before we go any further, dear Grim Reaper, stop letting him escape. Exactly. And his homeboy, creepy as hell, RFK. Now, I want y'all to listen to what RFK sister Carrie Kennedy has to say. Okay, pay attention.
So when she was maybe 4 years old, we were having our little birthday party, and I was looking in the garden and I found a snake. So I called Bobby. He just lived a mile down the road. And I said, there's a snake in the garden. He rushed over with his infant son, Aiden, in one hand, who was just a few months old, and a bed sheet in another, pillowcase in the other. And he grabbed the snake and stuffed it into the pillowcase while he was holding his infant son. So that was a little scary. And then he walked up to where the rest of the birthday party was, and he reached into the bag, and this snake was just chomping on his hand. And he pulled out the snake to show the kids. Then there was a mole, which looks like a mole, a combination of a mole and a mouse. And he grabbed that with his hand, and he put it into the bag with the snake, which made all the kids scream because now they were afraid the snake would eat the bowl. So then he shoved his hand back into the pillowcase and grabbed the snake, which chomped on him a few more times. Then we went over to his house a mile away. There were tons of kids in the swimming pool, and he released this snake that had chomped on his hand into the swimming pool. Now, so this is somebody who on the one hand has a fascination with nature, but on the other hand has, a lack of judgment when it comes to the safety and care of children. And so is this the person who you want running AJ?
I'm gonna say something. I don't give a damn what she has to say. And why? Some of y'all are in the same boat as Kerry Kennedy. And what do I mean? Y'all sit back. Y'all watch these things. You say nothing. Because at no point did she say she stopped him to get her infant nephew out of his hands. At no point did she say she corralled those kids into the house. At no point did she say she yelled at her brother to stop. And did you notice the language that she used? His infant son, my daughter, not his niece, my nephew, no type of connection. And then she's like, oh yeah, and then we went a mile down to his house. Why? You acknowledge that those kids are traumatized. You acknowledge that it does not register to him that he's putting other people in danger, let alone children, because nobody ever taught him that he's putting anybody into danger. In his mind that there's no danger. As long as nobody died, like with Teddy, like with Uncle Teddy, then you're not a danger to anybody. I am so tight. You don't get to speak up against somebody after you have been the one that put the battery in their back, made sure the batteries were replaced on time. And you keep chipping the rust off of them until they're no longer popular. And in order for you to cement your popularity that you gained from holding on to them, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. This is why I never bought into the exposure culture of TikTok, where you have these people, the moment that a creator gets caught up in something or has a misstep, then all of these folks that they've been cool with, all these people that used to vouch for them, yeah, they honest. You should believe everything they say. They the best. Now all of a sudden everybody got 50,000 stories about how for the past 27 years they've been a scammer and ain't shit. So you was cool with them scamming everybody when you got a portion of it. And once again, I blame y'all because y'all will hop up the people who told you to believe them, the people who gave them coverage. Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now, Trump keeps talking about a G2, claiming that he wants a one-on-one summit with China and only China, and that's his G2 summit. That's y'all president. Vance again is saying that the deal with Iran didn't accomplish Trump's biggest goals, not goals for the country, Trump's. And the Trump team wanted to suspend constitutional rights in order to deport more immigrants, according to a memo. This is why they're trying to convince certain folks to go along with, be okay with, and vote for the suspension of so many things. But I want to touch on something real quick. Now, y'all recall videos going viral of that cross burning in Chicago. Okay. And people have had some think pieces about it and all those things. Per usual, I've been very reserved in giving a response because there are just things weren't adding up. And I could not understand what precisely was not adding up for me until today. Until today, it dawned on me why things aren't adding up. I want y'all to pay attention to something real quick, okay?
To the American people. Some paraphrase, I guess, but
I think you use the word end.
that's what I mean by end. I mean by end, I don't mean like a civil war. If that is the imagery that you're trying to imagine.
Lou says he built this cross after carrying wooden slats from his near West Side apartment to Grant Park last Tuesday afternoon. He showed the red ball cap that he put on the top beam and used lighter fluid and toilet paper to get it all going.
I put a red hat to signify the MAGA hat, the Make America Great Again hat. So that was, yeah, that's what I tied on top.
But that's not visible in the one video that was taken by a motorist.
Lou says he was protesting what he calls MAGA Christian nationalist supporters and the Trump administration ruling class.
He's just scamming people. We're just scamming out of money, right? And I think that's a great reflection of how this country works right now, where money controls everything.
Chicago police and the FBI have been trying to identify him ever since, putting out this flyer with pictures of him running away, CPD labeling it an arson.
Are you surprised nobody's identified you to this point and
A little bit.
called them?
A little bit, but to me that's not that important.
Right.
I don't really, to me this issue is bigger than just myself.
Did you make it all the way through almost 4 years at UIC without somebody teaching you that a burning cross is one of the most divisive symbols in America?
No, I don't really have any, I never grew up with religion, never really surrounded myself with people with it. My childhood friends, I remember them going to confirmation and stuff like that, but no,
it's a symbol of the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, that really is
Yeah.
where it started. Nobody ever taught you that?
No,
you never
no.
read it in a history book? Nobody...
No, I just saw the Wikipedia page with the movie with the, I think it's called Under One Nation or something like that.
The Birth of a Nation is a famous 1915 silent film that romanticized the KKK and showed a cross burning.
Was it a hate crime?
No, for sure not. In no way possible was that a hate crime. I do understand why it was interpreted that way, and I apologize for that, but no, the intent was not there.
The FBI and Chicago police will determine that and what charges may be filed against the man who admits the cross burning. Authorities have not reported anything new in this case. Lou says his parents are encouraging him to surrender and that they offered to provide an attorney, but he said no.
After watching that, I realized what wasn't clicking for me, why this didn't make any sense. One, how did he transport the lumber from wherever he purchased it to his apartment? And why would he go to his apartment and not just to the site? How did he walk down the street and no one noticed? Number one. Number two, if you're saying you don't know the symbolism behind any of it, why would you choose a cross? Three, if you're saying this is a protest towards greed and money, Why choose a cross? Building a huge dollar sign, I get it. Why would you use a red hat that nobody could see? There was no hat burning on there, by the way. But you don't write anything on it. You didn't stick it in the middle. You didn't make an effigy to Trump. And the timing, very, very hinky. Very, very hinky. But also, you walked away. You then said you're surprised that nobody recognized you. You went to the Wikipedia page of Birth of a Nation trying to pretend like you didn't know what you looked up. Because what were you searching to get that? I know what he was searching. I'm being facetious. To get to that, then you're going to act like you, I don't really know what it is. To choose that, you were looking for divisive symbolism. You wanted to create a race war in Chicago, and it backfired. Black folks didn't take the bait. And now you need to backtrack, because the same folks that still put you in the box of model minority, that told you at the last go round of the census that you could register your Asian self as white, are willing to put charges on you. You thought you was going to be the next child. That's why you walked away the way that you did. And like I said earlier today, the backpack didn't have it. The backpack, you need supplies. And looking at that backpack, we know I am the queen of a supplied up bag. Okay. My current purse that I'm carrying is there's a couple different ways you can put the strap. I currently have it so that it's like a backpack. I have backpack purses. I know what a bag looks like, what a backpack looks like when it has certain supplies in it. And you're saying you use toilet paper where? I know what burning toilet paper looks like. And on why? Things didn't go according to plan. So now he's feigning stupidity. Because if you were protesting money and Republicans and greed, the annual Republican Gala was this past weekend in Chicago. Could have protested there. Could have done anything in front of a bank. You're in Chicago. There is a Trump building. And for those that know me, they've been around here for a while, you know I can get creative with my protesting. My God, this isn't like a few years ago on TikTok, where there were some creators that did issue an apology that used the red hand over the mouth for pride about speaking up to and all this stuff, and people explain MMIW, you know what it means, that it's not just a symbol. It's not like that. It's not like somebody going, oh, well, we're being silenced if we take our hand and put it across our mouth. This could be the symbolism for everybody to. No, this was not an innocent mistake. This wasn't, oh, this goes along with the protest, but this is also something that is well known for over here. Who protest greed with a damn cross? Yes, it's very convenient explanation. And to pretend to be stupid. And your parents are like, hey, go turn yourself in and we'll get you an attorney. And you're like, I don't think so. I'm sorry, what? We're going to continue this conversation, but of course, it's Pride Month, and Friday is Juneteenth. And just so you know, mark your calendars now. We're having a Pride party, and we're going to celebrate Juneteenth on Friday, on the day. So come party. We're going to mix it up. We're going to show you what community really looks like, and we're going to have a rocking good time. Also, you don't have any Pride merch. If you don't have any Juneteenth merch, what do you need to do?
Tazisms.com. Celebrate your pride. You should love the way you were born inside. Celebrate the day freedom found its way. Destiny was yours to claim. Use the code Pride26 for a discount you can see. Get a shirt, a mug, a bag, and more to be free. Isms.com has so much in store. In our unity, we truly soar. Love is love forevermore. A more equal future is our goal. Tazisms.com. Celebrate your pride. Celebrate your pride. Celebrate your pride. You should love the way you were born inside. Celebrate the day freedom found its way. Destiny was yours to claim. Use the code Pride26 for a discount you can see. Get a shirt, a mug, a bag, and more to be free. Isms.com has so much in store. In our unity, we truly soar. Love is love forevermore. A more equal future is our goal.
How to do, and we're back.
Hello.
And joining us. Yes. Hey sis, how you doing?
Hello. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. I actually just got some good news. I got my lease renewal form, and they didn't up my rent, so I'm doing an inside happy dance. Yeah. There's no increase. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna sign that like ASAP.
Yes.
Before they change their mind.
Definitely. Then
Let me lock it in.
Yeah. Got it. We got to take that. So, whoops. How do I keep doing? Okay, there we go. So, as you know, when you were sitting backstage talking about the whole Chicago incident, and just hold on. I accidentally pulled it from backstage. Give me a second, people.
I don't trust their story.
I don't either.
The guy in the interview, I didn't trust their story at all. It's very suspect.
It very much so is. I want to hold on. Here we go. Okay. We're going to run back some parts of this real quick.
American people, some paraphrase, I guess, but
I think you use the word "end."
That's what I mean by end. I mean by end, I don't mean like a civil war. If that
right there.
Mm-hmm. What is that about?
That bothers me because the interviewer didn't say anything about it. Okay, I believe Chaos sent me that clip. If I'm wrong, please correct me, baby, if you're watching. But I believe he did. And I did some cross-referencing real quick to see, looked at the extended version.
Mm-hmm.
No civil war was brought. Like, okay. I was right. Chaos did say. Okay. No, there was no talk of this. And for somebody to say, he goes on to say he looked at the Wikipedia page for Birth of a Nation, acted like he didn't know what Birth of a Nation was.
Right.
I've seen Birth of a Nation. That movie leaves an impression on you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going and it's weird if your issue once again is finances and greed and being lied to. That's weird that you would go there.
And not to one of the hundreds of banks that are probably in downtown Chicago.
Yeah, and as I was saying, that's peculiar wording. When I said, what was he Googling? I knew what he was Googling. I knew how he got there. Because when he said civil war, he was specifically looking for civil war symbolism, and there's a reason why he specifically was on that Wikipedia page. For those of y'all who don't know, drop a little history on you. Jess knows this. Y'all should be like Jess and take my class, and you'd be you'd have better smarticle particles, but I digress. And if you go, Taz, you're biased.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, I'm biased.
It's
You
true
should
though.
be too. But there was no KKK doing cross burnings until that movie, Birth of a Nation. They got
Right.
the idea from that movie. He didn't just, white bodied white supremacists are not creative. Those that want to be accepted by white bodied white supremacists are the ones that get creative, the ones that put more meaning and more depth and more oomph and gusto into it. And that is when they get new tactics, new ideas. And especially, it's either going to be a non-white person or a non-male, because the last time the KKK went through a resurgence where they got a little bit more savvy with their media literacy, when they
Right.
learned better recruitment tactics. It was a whore of a white woman that taught them that. I'm not joking. She really was a whore. That woman
Wow.
was everything coast to
I'm
coast.
not surprised though. I'm not
She had
surprised.
kids from everywhere. She started getting married and hunching as a teenager. And yes, I know the times were different back then when everything was in black and white. And no, I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the pictures in the film. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they still use her tactics to this day because they're not creative. They're waiting for somebody else. But for him to go, that's what he was looking for. He was looking for what would invoke a civil war.
Yep.
And you can try to lie about, that was the war of northern aggression. That didn't have nothing to do with the race. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. The Confederacy was an autocracy.
Yep.
And their whole thing was, we want to own the Negroes. Because if you don't, correct me if I'm wrong, Jess, but if you have a problem with money, what did Cross got to do? Because he didn't say he was protesting churches, unless I missed it.
No, he said the Christian nationalism, but even then, it still doesn't make sense. I liked your idea better with the dollar sign. That would have made more of an impact if that's what you were protesting, and in front of a bank.
A giant dollar sign. There is a Trump building here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll be honest with y'all. The first time I saw that building was the very, very first time I was in Chicago as an adult, well before I met Chaos, right? I did not know it was a Trump building. I just thought it was a weird looking building. And I was like, this is very out of place. And my first thought was, did somebody in Chicago lose a bet? How did they end up with this building?
Right.
Okay.
It is an awkward building.
Yeah. Then fast forward many years. And he's like, oh, this is the Trump building. I was like, oh, Trump, that I should have known. I should have known that the weird building belonged to Trump. But I wasn't thinking like that Trump want to do anything in Chicago because black people. And I'm like, yeah, you could have, like, think about it. Think about the symbolism of a giant dollar sign. You don't have to set it on fire for real. You could have done paper mache flames. You could have got creative with it so that it's there and a talking point in front of that weird shaped building.
And not a potential danger to people. Fire is fire. You can't control that.
Yeah. Or really take it to Trump, build a replica of a better building to scale of the Trump building and brand it the People's Building or something and put it like that would have been better than because Grant.
Yeah. The explanation doesn't make sense. I think he is trying to make leftists look bad. Like,
yeah, because there were people in the comment section going, I knew it was a leftist. Or no, you didn't. Also, just like and for so many people don't know the origins of operation. This is why I tell y'all sometimes I don't speak about certain things until I can get more information. And sometimes no matter how good you are at researching, if the information ain't out there, it ain't out there.
Right.
But when the protest was originally brought up, the protest was specifically to protest Chow, his gas station, and any businesses that his family has. That was the thing. Everybody was in agreement with that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And folks were like, cool, cool, cool. We'll look up the family. We'll make sure this isn't like, a budding franchisee type of family. Okay.
Right.
Then there was an Asian man that popped up. Y'all probably seen him calling black people stupid and you not gonna boycott this and da da da. And we're
Right.
like, we ain't even say nothing about you. Then
Mm-hmm.
another member of the Asian community came on and we didn't say nothing about y'all. So we were like, okay, bet. Since y'all want to show that you can't stand us and you're anti-black, we won't come to your establishments either.
Right.
And the first guy really thought certain people were gonna prop him up and give him a pat on the head and go, "You's a good one. You's a good boy. Yeah, you come sit at the table with us." He didn't.
Right.
He's been run off of TikTok and other apps and everything. And this is because when he was like, "Yeah, I'm surprised nobody didn't recognize me." Who are you?
Right. Who even are you?
Because I'm just sitting here like I started looking
did
up
he
stuff
even
like,
stick around long enough for anyone to you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, when they started putting pictures out, I'm like, I started asking people, like, is he like a big creator? Like, is he in a, because I'm like, okay, there's some people, their content is so niche that you can't find yourself in a bubble thinking that, oh yeah, everybody just knows who I am. Like, no, like I've seen online, like especially food creators or travel vloggers that assume that when they go out, people know.
right.
Like there are those of us
Right.
that are out in the world that we don't really consume like food content like that or travel content like that. We don't know who you are. So I'm like, yeah, maybe nobody seems to like. So you're trying to get fame off of it. Like, do y'all think like getting fame off of being anti-black never works for anybody? Like short term, you might make a coin or two. But
It
what
usually
have we
blows up
learned?
in their face. It usually blows up in their face. Yeah.
And what have we learned? It's not sustainable. And the white supremacists will use your name to sustain their clout, to sustain their wealth. They're not going to share it with you.
They're not
Like,
going to help you.
Yeah, learn from Rittenhouse. And even the Metcalf family is finding this out now. There ain't been no paid Fox News slots. Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly ain't called them, News Nation, OAN, none of them. Because they thought that's what they're going to get. Even the judge and the prosecutor were like, yeah, they thought that they were going to have like the big, no, they're getting local ones. But the local stations aren't paying you. The local stations aren't flying you out. And until you start making the rounds, you're not going to get endorsements.
Right. And they thought they were going to get the big bucks.
Yeah, because somebody this morning was like, oh, I'm so butthurt because Erica Kirk is exploiting Charlie Kirk's murder. White folks, please. You do not look like an ally by pretending that you don't know your own people.
Right. Right. Erica Kirk is doing exactly what Erica Kirk wants to do, and she's not changing par for anyone. She is exploiting her husband's death, and that she's always been that person. It is what it is, and he is no one to feel bad about. So
no, and there's a reason why people are calling her Tammy Faye Baker 2.0. Like, are we like no? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. No one views you as an ally when you come into marginalized spaces. One, try to center yourself, and two, when you are in a space that is brimming with diversity, when you can learn whether it's religious diversity, economic diversity, ethnic diversity, all of these things, and you choose to put the blinders on and go, well, I didn't know that. I didn't see that. I didn't know nothing about how, especially when there are things that are being discussed openly daily. Number one. Number two, if at the end of each moment you feel the need to center whiteness, go screw yourself. And third, being a part of a community means learning from the community and giving into the community. You may be a great baker, and that might be what you can contribute now. And as you grow, you can contribute more things. But if your contribution is pretending to need to be saved while you're trying to position yourself as everybody else's savior, you're weak sauce, and we see it.
And a lot of times, white people tend to do their journaling out loud. There's a lot of things that white people talk about that should actually be written in a journal when it comes to deconstruction and learning boundaries and things like that. And that
Lisette, he
a
very
lot
much
of the
did
comments
Lisette.
this morning were journaling comments.
Yes, and Inferno, shout out to you for saying that out loud. But Lisette, he did expect to get recognized. He wasn't truly surprised. And I'm going to say why I keep assessing this particular person the way that I do. One, I've said this before, but many of y'all don't know. I've had conversations with this person outside of the app.
Indeed, you have.
And I've been able to see how they move. And once they started getting called out, they're running from the education. They're running from spaces where they can talk out these big feelings that they're having and get some direction from fellow white-bodied individuals that are deconstructing and from Black history educators. They run from that. They keep going towards spaces where they can play victim. Because I promise you, the next GCPR show comment section, they're going to be in there hinting that, once again, because they did this before, well, I don't know if I can speak out. I don't want to be a problem. I don't want to cause anything. I think I upset Tess. And you did. And if you keep doing this shit, you're going to get cussed out. You go, because I think people forget, we all have access to each other's shows. We can pop up anywhere. And I promise you, on everything I love and hold dear, somebody got one good time to lie on my name. When I tell y'all I'm a fan of all my brothers and sisters on GCPR, I really do sit back and fangirl over everybody's shows. Even shows that I'm a part of, when I can't be on there, I am watching and fangirling. I'm there. Say something. Lie about me in the comment section. You gonna see me pop up quicker than a jack in the box. You understand me? And I'm going to read you. I'm going to read you like a drag queen should have read you to sleep last night. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't.
I certainly wouldn't try.
Let me tell you, the way my phone was jumping. My phone was is he serious? Is it okay if I say this? Blah, 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 blah. I don't want Thomas to be mad at me, but I'm going to cuss this. Do it.
Cuss him out. Do it. Yeah.
I promise y'all. If somebody gets that egregious in the comment section, I'm telling you, as Tat, do it. I'll have y'all back on the back end. I will deal with all the powers that be. And if I got to be put on timeout for y'all, I'll take that on the chin with pride. But do it. Because we have built, I'm not even going to say community anymore. We've built a family. This is why I say we do stuff in the house.
Yep.
Okay.
We are a family.
We do stuff in the house. And we are very careful who we let in the house. Now, anybody can tune in and listen to the radio. But what I'm saying is, if you can see me and we're this intimate, you're in the house. Y'all catch what I'm putting down? We don't let everybody come in here and take their shoes off and kick their feet up on our coffee table, okay? That's for fake. This your first time here.
Right.
Get your raggedy feet off my good table.
Come in easily.
Get good china. You get a paper plate and a plastic fork. I don't know where your mouth been.
Right. Come in, sit down, read the room. Read the room. The lack of reading the room is what kills me the most. Like, read the room and then slowly come in and make yourself known and heard, but not in a centering way and not in a negative way. It can be done. There's lots of us have done it. There's at least 65 people in the Coffee Bean family.
Yep.
It's a lot. There's a lot of us, and there are times where some of us like to center ourselves, and I feel like we need to take a beat and learn to read the room and know when and how to comment on certain topics that are being discussed, because sometimes it's not a place for a white person to speak up. It's a place for us to sit down, listen, and learn. We don't have to have a response for everything.
And I only got 2 people to throw their hat in for the mutual aid committee. So there's really no reason to put out applications. There is a meeting to present the names to the powers that be. So to those individuals, after the meeting is concluded, I believe I know how it's going to go. I will reach out to you and we will set a schedule for, when to meet and all that good stuff to get the ball moving on that. And I say that to say this. The mutual aid spots in the discords, in case y'all didn't notice, they're run and overseen by me. Okay.
Mhm.
It does help me out. When we get the whole committee together, they will be helping as well. So changing up your story from one discord to the other does no good. I see them both.
Right. Yeah. They're kind of interchangeable.
Right. Leaving my discord completely to go have a bleeding heart over in the south. I'm there too.
Right. We
Please
see both.
stop. Please stop. And please, if y'all catch it and you see somebody going, oh, I need this, that, and the other in one spot, but not the other. Because a lot of times people will double up because there are people who realize I'm in both and they are trying to be helpful. Because I've expressed that, hey, I do go through, I make a list. If I can get a link out to help you in the in between time, great.
Right.
Yeah. Also, it's Mutual Aid Monday. I put links in there to help y'all Tuesday to Sunday.
Right.
Repetitively putting stuff in there
throughout the week.
I wish I was like a Jeff Bezos and I had a couple $100 million sitting somewhere and I could just slide you. I can't.
Right. There's only so much that can go around. And then we also have to remember that if we can pay back into it, that's also pay it forward. Yeah. That's also one of the I guess you would say strings attached. You know what I mean? And we know it can't be right away. We're not expecting that, but we do like to have a little respect for the space that lots of people are struggling, and we can't all focus on just one issue.
Mm-hmm. Nana J, the links for financial counseling, I am looking into those. I'm verifying a few as we speak. Because when it comes to finances, there are a lot of scams going on. So it's going to be a little slower going on that, but they are forthcoming. Stipulations. Pay it forward. If you are helped, please pay it forward to another person when you can. And help doesn't always have to be financial. Right now, we have someone who needs fans. Reach out to them, see if you're in the same area and you can get them some fans to them. It doesn't necessarily have to be monetary. If you know organizations that help, whether it's in certain areas or nationwide, you can drop it in there or you can send it directly to me. We are working on putting together a directory. If you notice, each week I'm putting different things in there because I'm reading what the need is and trying to match up to what we have thus far in the directory. I am doing checks and balances, and this is why we'll have a full committee to go in to verify that these people will help.
Right.
No organization is 100% perfect. Everybody has quirks. They're because the other week somebody came in, I think when we had the Salvation Army up, and they're the Salvation Army ain't shit. I chose the Salvation Army because the Salvation Army does have things that people could use. Folks that are getting married or having graduations and they want to host parties or have a nice venue. The Salvation Army has very nice venues that are more cost effective for people like you and I. You don't have to drop a couple $1,000s to have a nice party, have a nice event, whatever. You can do it there. I'm not just thinking about and putting these things together when you need a bill paid. I want as much as possible everybody to be able to enjoy life.
Exactly. Yes.
And when I found out that there are different that they call that they have venues, they have different names depending on where you are.
Right.
Like here in Chicago, it's called the Kroc Center, where you can go, and if you you're not sure, like you're like, oh, you know what, I do feel a little religious, I feel a little spiritual, but you're not sure what your brand of religion is, you can go and they have like worship spaces where you can meet with people of different religions. If you want to take a Pilates class, but you can't afford to go to the spa or the big gym and go get there, you can go there and do it. You want to
Yes.
get into crafting, you can go there. In putting together the directory, it's about having a fulfilling life.
Yes. And having some resources, to trying to broaden where you can find resources. A lot of people don't know about other outside resources that can help
Yeah.
assist them in, job finding, rental assistance, food assistance. And there are lots of organizations out there that don't have enough visibility on them, and some of the links that you share highlight those.
Mm-hmm. Just like I reached out to a young lady who says that she works for a nonprofit and gave a list of things that they have out. Hopefully, I can link with her and interview her and get that also. I'm also putting together a directory for volunteer opportunities. I know people have college students or students that are on their way to college, and you do need to have some volunteering hours on there if you want scholarships and things like that. There are people who, like myself, for a while, I was doing more out and about volunteering. And some people use volunteering not just to give back to the community, but especially when you're new in an area, it can help you get to know and meet like-minded people and possibly make friends and connections that way. But
Yes.
and when going into mutual aid, I don't want you to think that, oh my God, I got food, I got money, I got these things. That doesn't mean that I need mutual aid. Mutual aid could be needing something regarding your mental health. Mutual
Yep.
aid could be needing someone to just chit chat with about your favorite show, because that's what you need. It's about making a complete person. It could be, you want to learn how to crochet. Hey, does anybody in here know that? Think of the mutual aids like is bartering. Okay, we're
Like a
going in there to
community board.
barter. Right. And we're going to barter with one another.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going in there and you're like, you know what, I'm looking for a recipe for the best sugar cookies on the planet. Okay. But I got these brownie recipes. We can swap. Do it that way.
Yes. I could use a good sugar cookie recipe and a brownie recipe.
Yeah. And actually, I just I saw that because it came to mind. I was going through finally cleaning up some files, and I had to put some stuff in a file.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been getting harassed for a month, and I had to finally I'm not even done. Start putting stuff in a file, because I was like, okay, I was told to save this video, take this screenshot. And Jess knows I'm horrible with this. Did I have it? Yes. Were the files scrambled through sorts of stuff? Also, yes. And I came across a friend of mine's grandmother let me take a picture of her sugar cookie recipe.
Oh,
Because she believes it's the best sugar cookie recipe ever. And she's like, share it with everybody. Share it with everybody. And I thought that I had lost it. I found it.
oh, yay.
And Annabelle actually gave me an idea. I'm gonna create a space. Coffee beans. I'm gonna create a space in the Tazism Discord. It's a combo of Annabelle and Inferno. Let me make that correction. So Annabelle and Inferno get together to come up with a name where we can exchange recipes and stuff. And
That'd be fun.
also, if I do a live showing people like my recipes, because there's really no way to write them down if y'all have watched me cook live, because I just have to show you, like, okay, it's a spoon, this spoonful, this is the spoon I'm using, this is a spoonful of this that you got to put in there. Okay, keep in mind where I grew up and how I grew up, where we can put it in there, and then I can take the playback of that live and stick it in there also, because there's that are like, hey, I missed this recipe, I missed that recipe. You can have it right there.
And a video of you making it. That's a plus.
And my only thing is, and this is my number one rule, and Jess can back me up on this, whatever is put into there, don't monetize off of it, please.
Right. That's common courtesy, I hope.
And I'm not so much saying that because of me or anything else. I don't want people to feel like they can't share because somebody's going to take it and run with it to monetize off of it. So let's be mindful. Let's not do that.
But I love the idea. I think it's great, and I think it's going to be great. Sharing recipes, I'm here for it. I love
the cookies are not gonna lie. These sugar cookies are really, really good. Really
oh, you've made it? You've made the recipe?
Yes, that's why I was like, can I? She's like, yes, share them with everybody. I didn't. I thought, because like you see women of a certain age from the South, you think that they just have everything under lock and key. Nope.
Right, like they're hoarding the recipes. No, they're not.
Nope. She's like, and her church once did a cookbook, and I asked her, I was like, why didn't you put it in the cookbook? And I was like, this is why I love this woman and have so much respect for. She said because they were selling the cookbook and they weren't like selling it to like get money to help out people. It was just selling it for GP, and she's like, yeah, no. I
can respect that. Yeah, that's cool.
Ooh, Munchy Moments. Okay, you know what, Annabelle? I do like the name Munchy Moments. I have to work on my maturity.
Munchy Moments is good.
Cause we can vote on it. Cause where my mind just went, easy eats. Okay, you know what? You're not making this.
That was not much better.
That's not me. That's everybody came up with it.
I'm screaming. Easy Eats or Munchy. What was that one?
Munchy Moments.
Oh, Munchy Moments. Oh,
I like the alliteration. I like that. Big Back Moments. Mrs. Lyles coming in with the.
That's a good one too.
My brain went bricked up stuff. My brain went bricked up stuff. You know what? In front of my.
Bricked up stuff.
Just like, okay, so, and I think I already put it on one of my little figurines, but there's like a cap, like cap and gown type of cap that fit over. I already put it on one of the ones out there that fit on top of here, right? So that's what. And it had candy in here. I ate the candy. By the time we finished Portrait No Judgment on that day.
It was gone quick.
That was the slushy margarita day. So then I realized I still had honey roasted peanuts and Reese's
Pieces. Those are yummy.
So I put them together.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I'm doing. Hey Taz, I'm searching for a DJ, but always happy to see you. What do you need? What DJ for what and where? Tired Farm Mama. We can go. Jerk and Go Storm. Jesus Christ! I need
the Jerk and Go. I'm
for the food corner. So yeah. So I have this sitting over here like a giant test tube on the side of my desk for this Big Back Bistro. Annabelle coming in with the $2 super chat. Ooh, Big Back Bistro. I like that. What's your? That might be the winner.
I like that one. Big Back Bistro.
Better than BBC Big Back Cookies. Lord have mercy, Inferno. Big Back snack. Something is wrong with the people on the YouTube side.
Maybe we're all a little too friendly with each other.
Let me go ahead and get. There's a restaurant called that in Maryville.
Oh, wow. I'm screaming.
Wait, in Merrillville or Maryville? Because we're close to Maryville. Because y'all know
you'll go check it out.
Money to go over there. So I think, hold on. Where's my pen? Oh, here's my pen. All righty. Big Back Bistro. It's always something wrong with me. I'm not adult about it either. You know what? Somebody said that I forget where they lived at, but there's a restaurant near them called Meat, and there's one non-meat entree that you can get that's called Not Meat.
Oh wow!
I just want to go. I just want to go for that. I just.
Taz is like, I want to see. I just have to see this on the menu. Not meat.
Like This yeah,
Big
like
old
this.
plate of veggies.
Why is there we go. Okay, I gotta write this down. Big back bistro. Oh, if you are the owner of Apple products and you're the type of person like me that really does not like to replace anything, Apple is coming up with new updates, of course. But there are some devices that will no longer be updated. Now,
Oh no.
like me, you still use them. Like I have an iPad that I do not connect to the internet. The stuff that's on that iPad is strictly for my dad's church. And some stuff that I really don't need it updated. So I don't have anything on there. But
Right.
I bring this up because a few of the iterations of the Apple Watch will no longer, they'll get security patches for a year, but after that, there won't be any updates. There are a few iPads that won't get it. If you have Apple TV, won't have any updates. So you may want to check on that.
Oh, Apple TV. Oh, that would suck to have an Apple TV that doesn't update anymore.
Yeah, so
Big-
may want to look into that. So, who doesn't like some nice, tender, juicy, saucy meat? Shit, the
I'm
Christ.
screaming.
I was
I
going to
think
open a channel, but hold on, wait, what does it say? Something's wrong with everybody over here in the YouTube chat. Wait a minute.
I think it's wrong when the people have products that keep getting updated and they can no longer use them anymore. I think the companies that do this are absolutely wrong for that. It forces you to have to buy a new $1,000 plus device, and I think it's shitty practice, and these companies should stop doing it.
Yeah,
It's un-
my thing is, first of all, how many damn updates do you really need?
Exactly.
Like, let's be real, okay? We're in the
And that-
United States. We ain't that smart. We don't need that many updates. And one,
I feel like they don't even do much.
yeah, they don't. And if your update requires more space, the company should give you that space automatically.
Exactly. Yes. No, they just force you to pay for iPhone storage or Google space, and
Saucy sausage stove.
it's maddening. Saucy
What is
saucy
wrong with
sausage
y'all?
what?
Saucy sausage stove.
We're getting creative here, okay?
Oh, yeah, Infernal. Apple does have to pay off a lot of stuff, but at this point, I need y'all to join me in my corporate protest. Okay, I can't be protesting on my own because they don't be taking me seriously. Now, no, I'm not protesting them how I was protesting Mitch McConnell. Not yet, anyway. Okay, because I can't really tell the companies, hey, I'm broke if I'm spending money on the protest.
Right.
But like I've been telling them, like, hey, if this requires more storage, give me more storage. Like,
Right.
this is something you're requiring that I have. So open up the closet and give me a little space. Because when you look at your storage usage, I don't care how many apps you have on the phone, the vast majority of it is going to be your operating system.
Yes. It always is.
Mitch McConnell's own organs are protesting him. Jesus Christ.
That's why he's back in the hospital right now. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what? Y'all not wrong. You're right. But Jesus, things just go all the way off the rails. Y'all do know this show is in the middle of the day. And I'm constantly having to explain what I think is wrong with y'all. Because when I get asked, why are they like this? I don't know. It's the middle of the day. It's not like it's late at night. I'm aware, and I've seen the late night comment sections. They seem to chill out by the time the sun sets. I don't know. Somebody once asked me, do they day drink and watch you? I don't. I think everybody at work. I don't know.
Right.
I,
I do sense there might be a little bit of day drinking on some parts. But I hope.
Because I'm just like, I don't know why it's so lit from 3:30 to 5:30 in the day.
Off the
Also,
chains.
hey y'all, hey. Please do me a favor. Now y'all y'all that stick around and trickle down and watch me after Thomas gets the day coming, y'all don't do this. Okay, let me put that precursor out here. Y'all don't do this. Other people do. And when I say this, you gonna know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how to read the room. Y'all will
Mhm.
stay on topic. Y'all will know how to segue a topic to something else. And I love the adventures that we go on together, whether it's Thomas's or here or Superplex or Rules of Requisition, all of the things. Love it, love it,
Yeah.
love it. Okay. But when y'all see people like just right off the cliff, please pump the brakes and stop them. And also start reminding people, because I put the schedule in the Discord, in the Sound of Coffee
Mhm.
Discord for a reason. Remind people that we do have other shows. Because folks, I know Thomas says he does not plan out his shows, but y'all know he kind of does. What he means by doesn't plan it out is that last week he wasn't sitting there figuring out what he was going to talk about this week.
Right.
But like putting together the flags, putting together the whys and all that stuff. Yes, time and energy and effort goes into that.
Yes, it does. Lots of it.
And please, marginalized people know about the atrocities happening to marginalized people. You don't have to traumatize us every day by going, did you hear about? Yes, we heard about it.
Yes.
It should be called It's a Mouthful. We are, Jesus Christ. You know, I know what's wrong with him. I live with him. I know what's wrong with him. Jesus Christ. Be thinking I'm one off my damn rocker. The new BBL, Lord have mercy.
Not the
Big back
BBL.
lusciousness. BBL lusciousness. BBL lusciousness. But no,
These are creative ideas, guys. I like the titles.
Will derail everything. And remind people that we do have more than the Sound of Coffee on GCPR. Because some folks are trying to turn poor Thomas's show into everything that's all across the network. They want him to talk about wrestling, news, movie, everything in the Sound of Coffee. Big back cooking, BBC. Jesus, I'm gonna block you, honey. I'm gonna block you quick. When you and Annabelle, I'm fighting for. But y'all get worse every time we come up on a staff meeting.
And
Because I don't think like
feeding off each other too.
yeah, I'm like, we'll be doing real well. Like, I'm gonna be able to go into this meeting and be like, look, we matured on the Taz effect. Then in the days leading up, I already know how Saturday is gonna be. And the good pastor watches my show. And when I talk to her, she's like, girl, what be going on over there? I don't know. Can we stop the submission of many novels for Thomas to read also? Oh, yes. If you want to submit a flag on the play or something like that, it does cost you. Like, no joke. We got bills to pay. We got to keep the lights on. And if we're going to derail things, yes, it costs you. You don't have to put in a mini novel. Y'all do realize you have platforms. If you are in our comment section commenting to us, you can just share that on your own or just drop it in the Discord and let everybody commiserate over it there.
Right. I wish we could set a caps all caps rule too for mods only, because sometimes the all caps gets out of control.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, we love the super chats and everything like that. And I think a prime example of great use of super chats, Tracina, Annabelle, brilliant in how they use it. Brilliant. Yeah. You don't have to do a super chat just for a simple, like, you could save your money. Like, we're appreciative, but there's no reason to give us $10 just because you want to say hey.
Right.
We see you. We can't always acknowledge everybody's comments. And like for me, sometimes I'll take a bunch of comments that are in the same, thread and address them all at once.
Sometimes we can't do that.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We can't all have all eyes on us, and we can't all get attention. There's a lot of us in there in these chats that like to come and watch the shows. And you're right. There's a great variety of shows on GCPR. So if people knew the schedules of the show, they could pop into those other chats and discuss those topics on those days when appropriate.
Oh, well, Annabelle, well, it definitely will be called Big Back Bistro then. And I'll even name the lives that way because Annabelle says, Taz serious though. Big Back Bistro was my idea for a cooking channel, but I want you to take it and run with it. And I am so honored and we'll do that.
I love it. I think it's a great name.
Now, also, I
Yay!
want to preemptively warn y'all. So some of y'all may have caught this morning. Some of y'all probably didn't, but there's somebody who is already preemptively gearing up to turn Why Wednesday into their shit show shenanigans, and they're gonna try to make it seem like they're offended by something. Shut that shit down.
Shut it
Shut that shit down.
down. Shut it down.
Because
quick.
I feel very Raven Baxter from That's So Raven. I feel like
I haven't thought of that show
I
in
feel
years.
like the weather is going to bring us a panic attack. That they're going to be able to type and talk through. Oh, yeah. Woo, shut
Yes.
up. Yes. I also see that they're going to be offended, but then tell us about something getting blended up again. They're going
I
to find
remember
a
that.
way to make everybody their big brother, big sister, godmother, everything else after it's all said and done. And they're going to need to take another mental health break that they're going to say is going to be a month, but then it's going to be a week.
Be
and
back
really
a
it's
day
going to
later.
be 5 business minutes. So just so you know.
Heads up on that one. Big facts. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just so y'all know, because I'm don't do that. But yes, we do have a plethora of shows out there.
Mhm.
We have NPC chatter, rules of requisition, like model citizen, the help desk. There's a lot that we have to offer. Y'all don't have to work Thomas to the white meat, okay?
Down
He's
to the
not
bone.
yeah, he's not
Yeah.
Kunta Kinte, okay? He's Thomas Bishop, okay? He's like y'all be that
You
poor
can't
man,
please
y'all be
everyone.
trying to y'all be trying to wrench everything out of him. No, if you want to know about news, you got me, you got Jeff Kennedy. If I'm not the person's cup of tea, that you got options. Like, come on now. If you want movie recommendations,
Even
tune
T
in to
Nathan has
Gambit.
news.
Yeah.
Like he does updates a little bit too when he's on. Yep.
And it's like you want movie and TV recommendations. Gambit and Angry got rules of nerdquisition. Like I put it up there for y'all. Peruse the parameters of the programming for GCPR and find out what works good for you. Set a little time. Okay,
Yeah.
get in there and listen or watch or do whatever. But
Wrestling on Superplex Thursday nights. That's a big wrestling show, and they spend what 2 hours talking about all wrestling
yeah,
and
but trying to
nothing
get
but wrestling.
condense everything into that. Ask me about movies and TV. But
2.5.
do not ask Kate. No. Okay. You be putting me through the ringer with that shit. Don't do that to other people.
I've liked a couple of the recommendations from Chaos. I have to be honest. It's been a while since I got one though, so we'll hold that judgment for later then.
That's okay. Well, no, because mostly, I've been picking here lately. That or I don't know what he's been watching while I've been in here working. He be forgetting about me. But yeah, like people. RF loves the wrestling and gaming shows. Yes, like we have something for everybody, but I have noticed that a lot of times we get derailed because people are asking Thomas to be the whole radio station in 2 hours.
All in one bag. Yep.
Like you
and that's not fair to the man at all. That's asking too much, I think.
Okay, your brother from another mother says if you have Paramount Plus, there's some good movies on there.
Okay, all right. Start sending them my way.
So yeah, but yeah, I really need to just please get it together. And Thomas has said multiple times that he does things the way that he does to help people start their day on a more positive start. I don't know why so many people choose to get up in the morning and want to start off talking about the most heinous shit, like this morning. Did you hear about the girl? Stop the clip? Are y'all well? And I'm gonna say something
Nope.
controversial. I'm gonna say something controversial. Some people don't know. It might be, but it's a rule of life.
It is.
I don't care what it is, but if you letting somebody take you through the middle of your mattress and they have the ability to travel coast to coast, how you broke? How you without?
Right.
I understand when both people are down, when things affect both incomes. That I get. I get that. I get that. But if you want to keep telling us about the schlong that keeps hitting you in the forehead,
right?
I'm asking you how you can't get a sandwich. Like, how you can't get a sandwich. Like, look, I'm not a wealthy man. But my mama,
by any means.
like, I might not have filet mignon in the kitchen right now, but he gonna make sure I got something in there to eat. You know what I mean?
Right.
I might not be able to buy him a steak, but I can make sure there's something in there for him to eat. Like, what? Because a couple times I'm like, this motherfucker is knocking you through the center of the mattress. And
right.
You need money for what? They went there with who? Like, no. And like I said, I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever. Like, no. And yes, man, I'm talking about you too. If that woman can ride you like you possess Genuine's pony.
Oh,
you sitting at work right now with your stomach in knots, and she's sitting at work having a whole buffet. Lead a hoe. Lead a hoe. Like, I know some people may say it's sexist, but hey, if you giving up your goodies to somebody and they can't at least break the sandwich in half and give you half, why are you doing it? Why?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Nana Jane, hamburger helper, if nothing else. And quite honestly, quite there's like two. I wish I remembered the names of the hamburger helpers. I just know them by the sight of them. There are two that I really, really like a whole lot of the hamburger.
We're a fan of the stroganoff one in this household. All three of us.
Oh, I do
really
like the stroganoff one. Yeah. And then there's another, it's not hamburger helper. I forget who makes it, but everything comes in the box. Like, they have like meat, like it's like it's like pre-cooked, like saucy sauteed meat that comes with it also. That goes, that's really good too. That it is in a punch, in a pinch. Yeah. I want the whole damn sandwich. Annabelle, you gotta share. I'm just saying, like, if nothing else,
a couple bites at least, Annabelle.
If you doing the Uchi Coochie Wally Wally with somebody and they won't even let you have a bite, they won't even let you have a French fry.
You gotta go. We can't have this relationship anymore. Like, we have to be able to feed each other.
I would bust it open, and then I'm sitting over here and my stomach is eating through my back.
Right. Just chomping.
What? Like, y'all can't. They can't share with you,
and they're off eating a 5-course meal.
Right? Like,
that doesn't work.
Right?
We're gonna need a couple bites over here, maybe a plate.
You need to feed me. Feed me. Sometimes you can't share all the time. Look,
you can coax me into a lot of stuff by giving me food.
If we in this together, neither one of us gonna starve. Okay, now
exactly.
Some days I might not give you exactly half of the sandwich, because let's be real, I might be a little mad at you. You can have 3 bites because you got a big mouth. 3 bites, and you got to stop. But nah,
you still share some.
Don't be out here. No, that's about as bad as there was one girl, and I didn't mean to laugh at her on TikTok. Okay, maybe I did. Talking about she homeless living out in her car in the parking lot while her significant other is in the apartment.
How the hell does that work? What?
I was like, huh, what? Oh, we were living in blah, blah, blah. And we lost that apartment. Okay, was it lost because of you? Like, are you a fire starter or something? Like, was you trying to fight the landlord's dart? Like, what? And she's like, no, I got laid off. She got another job, but the new job that she got didn't pay as much as the other one. So the significant other went and signed a lease, didn't put her name on the lease, and won't let her in, except for during the day to take a shower.
Oh, hell no.
I take a shower and then we have sex and then I come back out to my car. What?
There's so much wrong with that right there. Oh my God.
Again,
Damn.
don't do the oochie wally with somebody who's gonna let you struggle alone. I don't mind struggling with you because things happen, and especially in this day. But why are you giving up yourself, your preciousness? And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about all that is to offer that is you. You are precious for somebody that won't feed you, but will freak you. That won't shelter you, but will shuck you. Are you?
Is she in the car in the parking lot of the house of the apartment?
3 bites and your sandwich is gone. I know, Chaos. I know.
Don't do that to her, Chaos.
Now, granted, I know I can be over the top with trying to share with people, and even my dad has talked to me about that. Because I've packed lunches like for stuff at the church over the summer, whatever, so I can have something to eat, or I brought stuff and cooked in the church kitchen. And my dad is like, "Did you eat? Stop giving everything away to everybody."
Right.
Okay, good point. But they looked hungry. He was like, "Everybody looks hungry to you." So maybe you should run for president and fix it where everybody don't look hungry to me. How about that?
Right.
And he's like, I can't give all the money away. No, but I read the Constitution. If your daughter gives all the money away, they can't impeach you.
Hey.
He was like, you thought about this way too much. And have. I've thought about all the loopholes. Okay. We'll all be rich in the United States. Could you imagine nobody's poor? Could you imagine a block party we could have?
Oh, it'd be fun. That would be the best block party ever. Oh my God.
DJ said, hey, Chaos.
Hi, DJ.
And then the one lady was like, okay. Now the one lady, folks was reading her for filth because she said her significant other does not let her be in charge of the bank account. And she's like, I don't know why y'all complaining. She's like, it was my idea. She was like, now, first of all, it's my type of lady. She said she was going overboard buying snacks. She wasn't buying like actual food to like make meals. She would buy stuff to make snacks, or she would just buy snacks. She said she can't help herself. And I'm like, okay, she knows her limitations.
Mm-hmm.
She knows her limitations. Okay. He said, hey, big sis DJ. She knows her limitations. So her husband handles that. Now, to what she does to calm herself down. She's a very outdoorsy type of person. She's got her garden. So she likes to do like the yard work, the mowing and stuff like that.
Oh,
She likes stuff to be a certain way. And because she said that she understands her husband is not a gardener. So he doesn't notice, don't mow here. This just hasn't sprouted yet. This isn't like really grass. So I get that.
Yeah,
like,
can't have him out there messing the garden up.
Yeah, she's like, he got you doing man's work.
When I lived in Georgia and would do the yard work at this one house that we lived at, people looked at me like I was crazy. Like it was unfathomable for them to see a woman doing yard work. They just they were besides themselves. And I like being out there with my hands in the dirt and stuff. It's fun.
Now, my dad and brothers did the yard work growing up. One, I couldn't be outside because of my allergy to cut grass and to dandelions. But my dad was very, very particular about how he wanted his yard. He's less particular now where he lives now. But what you can see from the street is very small of their yard. The most of their yard is in the back.
Okay.
Where we grew up at, the front yard was small, but we had a huge side yard that you could see. So as an adult looking back, I'm like, okay, now I get the aesthetic he was going for.
Right.
and it looked more cohesive. So yes, he would do it. He was very particular. Our neighbor, the wife did the yard work.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman always looked so relaxed when she did it. I don't know to this day what she did for a living. I don't know, but it seemed stressful. Granted, I was a teenager. And remember, I really didn't care what adults were doing. But but her daughter was a friend of mine. So being at each other's house, and we were porch players, as I say. We like to sit on the front porch with our books or do whatever, play a game or
Right.
whatever. So
Yep.
her mom always looked so freaking stressed, but during the yard work, cool as a cucumber. And this is also the family that had the wine grapes, the vines
Oh, those were
that
good.
we used to eat the grapes.
I'd be spoiled.
Okay,
spoiled
wine
about
grapes are very, very delicious to eat, and I wish they would sell them in stores
Right.
because it is a different taste, but they're very, very good. And somebody was like, "Y'all didn't get drunk." Oh, you don't understand the fermenting process.
That's so funny.
I was like,
You were
"Yeah,
drunk
no,
eating berries?
they weren't fermented at when we were eating them."
They were fresh
Now her
off the
mother did
vine.
make wine out of the grape, but she looked like, except for the one time she got stung by a bee in her mouth.
Ow. Ooh. I got stung in my ear once. That was bad.
And I didn't know what was going on. She was outside. I went outside to my parents' car, to one of the cars to get something out. And I went to the car, waved to her, came back out. I saw that she was red and I thought maybe she had heat stroke. So I ran in the house to get some ice water and to tell my mom to go outside. There's an ambulance already there. Her husband, her daughter's over there. I'm like, what?
Oh, wow.
She got stung some way, somehow inside her mouth. And I guess that's when they found out she had an allergy and her face was so.
Oh, that's a bad time to find out. Oh,
Yeah, Nana J, that was definitely her mental health relaxation. And I've met a lot of women who like to be outside, or the women are very, very particular about how they like their yard to be.
that's how my mom was. Mm-hmm.
I
She was anal retentive about it. It was like she had these pots all along the whole outside, like these great big pots that she had
and I
flowers
think that
in.
I'm slowly becoming that lady because I feel like that by this time next summer, our front yard is going to look so different.
Are you already plotting what you want to put out there?
Yes, because I'm just like, I want this extended over here. And it's just like, I want some more plants out front, like, and things like that. And then I'm like, okay, I want this to be this way. But I also don't want to like explain it to someone else for them to do it.
Right. You want to
Because
do it
I
yourself.
see it in my head and I want to do it myself because I'm pretty sure as doing it, I'm going to want to tweak some things. And I know I can't explain in real time to somebody else because that's going to be annoying. And I'm like, yeah, this going to be completely different by next year. This is.
And you'll have fun doing it too.
I know a man who loves doing dishes as his coping skill. I don't get it, but I'm happy for him. You know, no, oh no, I don't want any gnomes. I don't want that. No gnomes. I've known some people there. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are days where washing dishes does help me and it's very calming. And then there's some days where I look at the dishes like, why are you necessary?
Right. Right. My mom used to wash them in the hot water would help her hands because she always has sore hands. And so she liked washing the dishes in extremely hot water and it helped make her feel a little better.
Yeah. It's like there are sometimes like, and it's not just the water, it's certain dishes. It's like certain dishes are very calming to wash.
Mm-hmm.
I
like scrubbing pans when I'm mad. Doing the anger scrub.
Now, like today,
it's therapeutic.
Because today was my exfoliating day. For those that don't know, I use a Korean bath glove that you shower yourself, you rinse yourself, then you take off a layer. Well, you want to know something? I didn't realize till it was too late. Well, I told y'all I had a series of unfortunate circumstances to start the day yesterday. Well, I literally took off a layer of skin off. Of course, it's on my finger. Yes, it's the same hand that I burnt.
Oh,
yeah. So today I was gonna go back to working on the cabinet, but I couldn't because this finger is so. That's why I was like, "Hey, Jess, can you do this?" Because I was trying to type this stuff out, and I was like, "This is gonna take forever if I do this one."
Right. I'm happy to help anytime. Anytime.
Tristina says, "Oh, you like mowing the lawn?" Okay. Mowing the lawn seems very relaxing when some people do it. When other people do it, it stresses me out.
Right.
Because some people, when they're mowing the lawn, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go back in the house. Like, there's one person that lives down the street from us. There have been times I've gone out to get the mail or get a package, and I'll catch them.
Some people mow the
I always
lawn.
think that they're like really close to running over their little dog.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like, some people mow the lawn and it's like it looks dangerous, and you're like, oh my god, it stresses you out to watch them because you think something horribly wrong is going to happen.
Yeah, but then there's another person on the other end that mows their lawn with a bigger dog. But I don't get stressed from that, and maybe because the bigger dog is smart enough to sit on the concrete.
Right. Little
Like,
dog is yapping after the lawnmower.
Like, I'm just waiting to collect this insurance money. We got that Leona Helmsworth package. I'm gonna be taken care of. For those of y'all that are not old enough to know about Leona Helmsworth, she hated people so much. She didn't leave nothing to her kids, nothing to her stepkids, her whole fortune that she deboed. She left to her dog and the dog's caretaker.
I remember that lady.
And I was just like, you know what? I got and so many adults around me were like, yeah, she's mean, but she really loves that dog. I was like, nah, she's probably gonna send that dog off to the pound or be one of those people that kill the dog and bury it with me. So when that happened, I was like, oh. And I was like, but how can she guarantee that they really gonna use the money for the dog? Oh, then I found out how damn detailed her will was. Oh yeah.
Wow.
You were running around with that.
She crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, and made sure the pup was getting the money. That's crazy.
I like taking out the trash. I don't. Okay. Y'all go ahead, because I know y'all gonna laugh and judge me. Okay. Will I take the trash out? I will, if I have to, if there's no other option. I am afraid to take the trash out. Let me explain my fear. Okay. Because twice in my little life, I've taken trash out. One time, opened the outside trash lid. There was like a congregation of raccoons that scared the living shit out of me. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Then there was another time where there were two possums doing the oochie coochie wally wally in the trash can.
Not the oochie coochie wally wally.
And I don't know if you ever seen two possums play possum while doing the oochie coochie wally wally. It's terrifying. And it didn't register in my head that that's what happened until I got in the house. When I tell you I got in the house, locked doors, pushed stuff in front of, because I felt like, okay, the zombie apocalypse must be getting ready to start. And I'm checking myself like, okay, adrenaline is rushing. Did they hit me? No. So, nope, I do not like taking the trash out. Twice I've taken the trash out here, and it's just because, one time I cleaned out the refrigerator, and I was just like, I don't want the smell of everything. I just cleaned out the refrigerator, lingering. Plus, I'm cleaning everything else. And let me tell you, I was nervous the whole way, and then I was like, yeah, we're not doing this again when nobody's home with me, because I was like, if something does pop up, I'm here alone. Like, we're not doing that. And then the second time,
we don't want a disaster.
What did I take it out? Oh, I scared the shit out of myself.
What'd you do?
I damn near jumped out of my skin because of my own shadow. I took the trash out and did not have my glasses on.
Oh shit.
So I saw my shadow out of my periphery.
And you thought it was a whole person.
Yes. We had a skunk trapped in ours. Oh my goodness, Nana J. Well, I just
Not a
found out
skunk.
there's a more variants of skunk than I thought. Yeah, my landlord picky about kitchens. We even have to wipe a full seal on the fridge. Well, yeah, I tend to do that. I have to like pick a day, pull everything out of the refrigerator, scrub it down, and put everything back in it. I I have been trying to quell myself and be quote unquote normal,
Right.
but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Okay, my freak flag is about to fly. Okay, because I'm the type of person that I scrub the doors and I'm even like the front door on the outside. Okay,
Yeah.
I've tried. Like, okay, it's not a big deal. This is an external door. Nobody cares what it looks like on the outside. It is fine. If it is have germs on it, the germs are on the outside. Yeah, no amount of rationalizing is helping me. It is not helping me at all. I'm just like,
Hey, sometimes
Just
you
like,
get a lot of fingerprints and footprints on the door on the outside, so you got to clean it off.
yeah, just like I see, Mrs. Lyles, you said a few weeks ago, I used to be so bad that I would clean out, and I mean clean out and scrub down the refrigerator once a week. And then I was like, okay, this is getting obsessive, and I'm unable to get other stuff done in my life. I have to chill. But I also like cohesiveness. I like for like any air fresheners, fabric sprays, candles, etc., incense, and my cleaning supplies to all have one scent. I don't like
20 different scents going on at once.
it no longer smells clean to me. Okay. If it smells like I don't walk through the perfume department at Macy's, I don't want it.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been slowly getting my lavender up in here.
Oh, okay. Lavender is a good scent to go with. It's very soft and very calming.
And lavender, for those of y'all that get seasonal fruit flies and you have ant season and stuff, it is a natural deterrent to those things.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
So yeah.
Another plus in the lavender column. Because I was already a huge
I
fan.
hate living with you, sir. I said I have been quelling myself to not seem like a crazy, incessant person just running around here scrubbing stuff that nobody else sees the need to scrub. I promise you, my mind sees stuff that doesn't. I promise you, I could look at a wall and be like, "Yes, I need to scrub." There's nothing on the wall, and I rationally know that there's nothing on the wall. But in my mind, somebody done touched that wall. Could I have been sitting in the room with that wall all day and nobody else came in the room? Yep. This is a good thing to add household hints. Yes. Yeah. I'm so picky with lavender. So many lavender scent smells weird. Like vanilla usually smells. That's why after all these years of me having an obsession with lavender, I have pinpointed out what goes with what. So, talking about the multiple scents. Oh yeah,
back in the 80s and 90s, Victoria's Secret used to have the best lavender bar. They don't have it anymore, but that was a good lavender scent.
It was, and there were so many things that it complemented. But yeah, dear, you and the multiple scent, you're off scent duty, sir. Absolutely not.
You've been fired.
You just going in there willy-nilly.
Spraying whatever.
We got 57 different damn scents going through the head. No, that's probably why I'm stuffy. Absolutely not. Now the ants like the peony and not my home. Fabuloso. You know what? I have tried a few times to use Fabuloso. Even here recently, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it another try. I can't.
It's real strong.
Listen. I use lavender even in my toilet bowl cleaner. Like and it's funny because in terms of
Fabuloso
water,
used to be cheaper,
yeah,
but then
but
all the white people started using it and they raised the price. And I'm mad
yeah,
about that because I used to like my cheap Fabuloso.
the tabs for the toilet bowl, it starts off a very faint purple and then it gets darker. And at the darkest, that's when you know you need to drop another one in. Speaking of which, I need to go get some more.
Oh, okay.
So there was one day, I'm sitting in here, chaos. What's in the toilet? Did you put something in the toilet? The same thing that's been in the toilet. Why? Oh, okay.
My water's
Used to
purple.
it. Well, because now when I was in Kentucky, different type of toilet, right from the beginning, it wouldn't be super dark, but it would be a consistent purple. For whatever reason, this one starts off light and then just gets darker. You tried the odorless air freshener. I don't No, I don't want an odorless air freshener. I mean, I tried the odorless, the quote unquote odorless Febreze, but I want a scent. Well, to me, everything has a scent.
It does.
And
it does.
I can tell when I'm on the when I'm about to have sinus issues because all of a sudden I can't smell anything.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's a good tell.
Fabuloso peach scent smells good. I bet it does. I don't know what a peach smells like because I'm deathly allergic to peaches. There was one time that I did know what peaches smelled like, and evidently it started giving me anxiety. So everybody just stopped using peach scented stuff around me.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I have no idea what it smells like.
You couldn't be in Georgia then. They have peach everything there. Peach galore up in Georgia.
Oh, I know. One of my favorite places on the planet is Savannah, Georgia.
Oh yeah?
And I'm y'all got to
it's a quaint little town.
Y'all got to do this with everything. And what's funny is every time I go to Savannah, I make some type of waitress friend. And I'm not saying that to be facetious, like, oh, we get along while they're on duty. No, like we'll be chit-chatting. Oh, what are you doing next? And I'll tell them. Then they'll get off work and be there.
Oh, wow. That's
and then
fun.
All of a sudden we're Facebook friends. Like, okay, cool.
At least they don't try to kidnap you.
Yeah.
I had peach salsa in Georgia. Peach salsa. It was good, but it was definitely strange. Mm-hmm. Peach salsa.
Febreze plugins, Mrs. Lot. See, I like the I'm more partial to the Glade ones just because of their lavender scents. Mr. Man over here, y'all say I'm bougie.
Oh.
First of all, now I can't think of the store. He gets the plugins from there specifically. And I'm like, I didn't even know they had these. Goes to show, I go into certain stores, blinders on, I go to get certain things, and then I'm out. I don't notice.
Right? You don't notice any other products, any other sections.
Because the first time I went with him, and I'm following him, like, why is he going over here? What is over? Oh, they got this. This is snot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got
all these or something.
Like, why does he have these basic? They got all these. And then I was like, you know what? He is a man. He is a simple man when it comes to decor and everything. Of course, he's not going to have all the razzle dazzle. Like, how would he explain that before I got here?
Right.
Bath and Body Works. That's what it is. Bath and Body
Okay.
Works. I don't know why I had that. Now we do have some.
They have room fresheners there?
The plugins. Yep.
Oh wow! I did not know that either.
Yes, we have them all throughout the house, and I don't. Okay, I think
that is kind of bougie.
The dining room are the same scent. I think. I don't know. I don't know. It's a buffet. It is a buffet. Slowly but surely.
I knew they had candles. I just bought some for my cousin for her birthday not too long ago, but I did not know they had plugins too. Wow.
Yep, plugins and sprays. But yeah,
what scent did he buy?
Oh, it's all different ones.
Oh wow. That
And
must
I
drive
didn't
you
know this
crazy.
until like one time and I was like, what? There's a lot in here. They're all different. Okay. Just spicy. He said all of them. Yeah, exactly. All of them. Yeah, no.
He buys all of them. That's funny.
Yeah. That's no longer no. No. I need no. Mm-mm.
You're going to be relieved of your air freshener duties.
Just like whenever I can pin down my one nephew and his schedule, if he can stop being a whore traveling all around for cooter biscuit,
Ooh.
because I have wax burners and I have different incense setups that I can't wait till I get up here. Plus, I would like to have my actual desk. I promise you, when I told y'all this is gonna be slow going, because relying on my family,
It's a hard feat.
and tried to do it long distance because they lie.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Bath and Body Works. Family Dollar have the dupe version of the Bath and Body Works products, lotions, and smell good. Oh, I did not know that. The
I
Bath and
didn't know
Body
that
Works
either.
Peppermint Twist. I think I have the 1,000 Wishes in there now. There are a couple of scents that I have, and there's still even body washes I don't have up here yet.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have body washes and body scrubs that still haven't made their way up here.
You have another whole load, huh? Maybe two?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been an adventure. Why is this? Okay. Nothing wants to charge today. What the crap? Okay. What is?
I remember I used to get body washes and body scrubs all the time too. I'm gonna have to go back to that. It's a way to pamper myself.
Well, I started doing body washing and like the bath glove things, like way back when they used to just sell one bath glove and not the pairs.
Right.
Way back when, before everybody else caught on, because one, I realized how sensitive my skin was. And for the longest time, the bar soaps, how they would pump them so full of certain chemicals to make them the bar.
Yeah.
I would have hives. Just like
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know whose idea it was for a period of time to put dyes and perfumes on toilet paper.
I remember that. And that used to cause so many problems with women. They just didn't think about us at all with that shit.
Oh
Period.
my goodness. It was so horrible. And for whatever reason, there were people that, like women, they're so decorative. I just have to have it. Girl, everybody's crotch is on fire. Please stop.
Right? It was burning us.
I thought, as a virgin, I thought that some way, somehow, that toilets really were giving us STDs.
Right? Like what?
I was like, you gotta take me to the doctor now. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A lot of UTIs during that time.
Yeah, I had to do those things, and then it's funny because a lot of things I used to get teased for is like now it's a stapler or the trash bags. Yeah, the trash bag. Hey, yeah, Chaos is in the comment section. He commented right above you, as a matter of fact, Boogie Woogie Man. Yeah, he's right above you. He's at work. He's not here in the domicile.
And I'm surprised they did the dyes in the toilet paper.
Yeah, they
so
would. Annabelle, you're right. They would
dye.
match the toilet paper with the bathroom. But just like it's commonplace now for people to have personal wipes, personal hygiene wipes, bathroom wipes, everything else. But I remember so many people owe Will Smith an apology. They was calling that man gay, tutti frutti, zesty, all of these things when he said, hey, I don't feel clean after a little boo-boo. Or sometimes like on set, you can get a little sweaty. And he was taking baby wipes and wiping himself. Everybody. And then a couple people were like, maybe I should try it. And then the company was like, oh, and I'm like,
that's a new product.
If you realize babies and toddlers need it, what made you think that we don't as adults?
Right. Right.
Just like everybody out there, employers, schools, etc. If you realize that kindergartners and in some places first graders need naps, and there are whole countries that realize people are more productive after a little snacky snack and a nap, why don't you think that the rest of us do too?
Right. I'd approve of a afternoon nap time for adults and have a little
Yeah.
snack time and nap time refresher. Hell
My
yeah.
granny lived by that. She called it her 4 o'clock nap. Was it always at
Oh,
4 o'clock? No, but that we knew when she would say, "Yep, it's 4 o'clock." It might be noon, but she made a point of every single day shutting it down. She taking a nap. If you hung
mhm.
out with Granny at some point, shutting it down, you taking a nap. Now the beauty of it is, when you woke up, you got a snack.
Okay.
You know how grandmas are. They got a
The
better
grandmas
budget
got the
because their
best
kids
snacks.
was out of the house, so they got the
Uh-huh.
name brand snacks. Okay.
Yep. The best snacks. Come out with a little mini charcuterie board for you.
Right. This is the woman, like, okay. You know, like the little mini loaves of bread?
Yeah.
She used to make like little mini sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
And there was one time, I forget
Like
who
little
she
finger
was hosting.
sandwiches.
Yeah, I forget who she was hosting, which I was like, this is brilliant. Instead of making a big sandwich and then trying to cut them. But I forget who
Make
she
mini
was
ones.
hosting. And I was the wait staff for there.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was like, "Oh, well, we're leaving. I hope your granny is paying you for this." One, we already went shopping. Two, I get to have the pick of whatever snacks y'all didn't eat. And because I was the wait staff, I was like ducking off some of the best ones.
Taz is over here hiding trays. Oh, I know I like this. I'm gonna put this over here, hide it from everybody real quick.
Right. Yeah, because my papa used to grill like these humongoid sized burgers
Okay.
and have cheese in the middle. So yeah, so if we
Ooh.
took a nap and I'm waiting for my natural oils to come out because he refused to like lotion himself on the weekend. He's like,
Mhm.
there's nothing professional going to be about me over the weekend. So if he was home and it was the weekend, yeah, you'd wake up and it would be one of those ginormous burgers waiting. Yep. So when people be like, I don't understand why you hang out with your grandparents. We is broke. They is not. I'm gonna go hang out with them.
And they have snacks.
Yeah. And
The
they're like,
best.
well, don't they have rules? Are you new to my family? No. They skip work like they're skipping school. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced your grandparents like trying to
Playing
hide
hooky.
throughout the city and not be seen and keep getting busted by their children. And then why aren't you at work? As if they don't have PTO. Like, and this is during the time where you had PTO, vacation days, sick, like you had different pots to pull from. Well,
Yeah.
now they convinced y'all to take
It's
everything
just
out of
all,
one.
yeah, it's all one pot. Yep.
Yeah, and my grandparents would get busted playing hooky at the movie theaters. Like this is where the people that I come from. I'm like, yeah, I would rather hang out with my grandparents. What do you mean rules? There's rules at home, barely. At my
Mhm.
rules. Don't kill nobody. I guess that's the rule. What you mean? No, my granny
And
and papa
again,
are
the
the same
snacks.
people that held a whole funeral. Yes, before we had official pet cemeteries and pet funeral services, held a whole funeral for my cat, Snowball. We had a burial, everything. And when I say a funeral, I mean a funeral. We took off school, they took off work, everybody dressed appropriately. We had a real minister come because I was broken up about it. And we were going to properly bury my cat that died of a heart attack because of high
Aw.
cholesterol. Yeah, you say all to you. That cat had a bougie diet. That cat was having filet mignon
Oh wow.
and smoked salmon. Like
It wasn't fancy cat meal. It was real food.
that cat had a taint of the gout. Okay.
Oh.
And trust and believe, my grandparents, yeah, that first of all, they had already paid a couple $1,000s on vet visits and yeah.
Did you have people singing too?
Yes. We had a whole
I
procession.
love it. I love it.
And my teacher was like, you took off of school for a pet. 3
Yep.
years later, whole industry. And everybody was doing it. I was like, yeah, I'm always ahead of the curve. But yeah, cat is still buried under my grandparents' deck. The house is now occupied by a cousin of mine.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of
I hate
pet
Snowball and
pet
didn't know. Leave my
cemeteries.
pets alone. Snowball thought that I was his child. Okay. Snowball had his own little plushy chair. It was a yellow chair. Nobody else sat in it. That was Snowball's chair. Snowball
Okay.
was also the Garfield of the street. He was a little Garfield, a little touch Garfield, a little touch Heathcliff, because he was a he was a whore. But he did protect me. He was convinced that I was his baby. A couple times he fought my own mama over me.
Oh,
He did not feel like she was taking proper care of me, and he was whooping her ass. But yeah. So,
that's funny. I love it.
that's that's it.
But
Yes,
there's
Annabelle,
a lot of
buffet just like that.
pet cemeteries and places to bury your pet and do things like that around here. I found that out a few weeks ago, and I was like, I googled it, and I'm not lying. At least 50 places popped up, and I was like, "What is
Mhm.
this?"
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was such a big industry for it. Oh,
Mhm. Yeah, you can get the headstones and everything now because Now I will
yeah.
say this: there is a debate going on specifically on TikTok because there's a woman who got on TikTok, and she kept saying, "Yeah, I can't believe she's a hairstylist. Like this woman called me, still want me to do her hair, and I told her that my son just died, and blah blah blah." And people are like, "She's awfully calm and walking down the street for her child to have just died." She was talking about her dog. Now I
Oh,
understand. People are like, "Yeah, when you bond with a pet, you understand," and I understand the whole pet parent thing. Okay,
right.
proud pet parent. But as someone who has lost a child, there is a difference. And it is disrespectful. Just say I lost my fur baby or something like that. But to just keep going,
Yeah.
I lost my child, I lost my son, girl. Don't let me catch you because don't do
Yeah,
that.
that
And
is
people
odd.
that are like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
those of us that have bonded with our pets get it. I have bonded with pets. It is not the same. I've
It
been on both
isn't.
ends of the spectrum. It is not the same. And
No.
I was like, and these people are right to be like, what do you mean? Like you're awfully calm. Cause she was like, yeah, he just died all of a sudden. We were playing, and the next day he was gone. So everybody's grabbing their pearls. Like, what do you mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, how are you making a video right now?
Right. And she's like, yeah, but I only had him for 3 years. So yeah.
Had
Yeah.
everybody
No,
thinking it was a toddler, a real
yeah. And
toddler.
I'm just sitting here like, because I'm like, she's walking down the street and I'm checking for signs of, is this AI?
You got to watch out for that now. A lot. Man, that AI will get you.
Yeah, because nope. And it's part of the reason why and TikTok is messy. Because for a very long time, I was getting a lot of content for the reborn dolls.
The what?
Yeah. They were originally created to help people who lost infants but there are some people who are taking it way too far. Now, there's one woman who kept explaining and putting in all her captions that she has actual children that are teenagers and adults, and she's wealthy. She has a section of her house where she can go because she's like, yeah, she misses that time when her children were infants and toddlers, and she has like toddler reborn, all this different stuff. But there's another lady that something is clearly wrong because she goes and buys McDonald's for these dolls. And there are people that I know they meant well. They were telling me like, oh, maybe you should do that to help you. Absolutely not, because I know I can get obsessive.
Right.
And I don't think there would have been no grieving process. Well, I'm still going through the grieving process, but and the dolls look way too realistic.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that would have sent me into a psychosis.
Yeah.
Because
You think.
either somebody would have to sneak and like swap out the doll ever so often so it appears to be getting older. But I think the oldest that they go is like a toddler or like school age kids dolls. Yeah, like
I've never heard of these dolls before.
I
Wow.
had not until, like I said, just I don't know how on the last account on TikTok I got there, but yeah, I was like, and like I said, people were suggesting it to me, and I was like, I know y'all are coming from a good, genuine place, or at least I believe that. But I would
Seems
have.
like a weird thing to do.
I don't think that would have been good for me. I think for people who can use certain things as a coping mechanism and walk away, but I'm like, yeah, with me, when I get a hobby, it's all in. Like,
Right.
I'm like, I can see that.
No
and
holds
how I was
barred.
gonna- Oh.
Right.
I was like, yeah, because some people were like, well, you got the skeleton to cope. Yes, but it's a skeleton. A little dark humor there. I get that, but it's also a skeleton. I cannot mentally trick myself into believing the skeleton is anything but what it is.
Right. Right.
And that's why I have it. So, yeah, even on the worst day.
But the way you are with the skeleton is total proof that you're all in.
Yeah. I know that I'm compulsive when it comes to like, could you imagine like a doll that literally feels like a newborn?
Yeah, I can't picture that.
And
I think that would make it harder.
Yeah, and then those times like going to shower, don't have my glasses on, and then oh no, nope,
Right.
They're
be a
weird.
disaster
Yes,
waiting to happen.
Yeah. Annabelle, I did look it up. I did see that there was a whole community. That's how I knew more about the one lady. She was very nice, very gracious. We spoke on Instagram through video, and even she said, after talking to me, she's like, nope. She agreed, would not be a good idea for me. I did tell her about the skeleton. She got a good kick out of that, though.
We like Igor.
Yeah,
I do.
And then there's some people who swear up and down that their reborn baby dolls are growing hair, and I'm like, y'all don't. Yeah, see, I would be one of them off the rocker, and it wouldn't be nothing you would be able to tell me. I know this.
Right.
Like, absolutely not. Okay, that's why there are certain things of my mother's I gave away to close relatives because I was getting obsessive about those things.
Right.
Oh, hey, nope.
Not for me. Nope. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being too much. Just a tad bit. Yeah. I don't think I could do that either.
They do more than ease the drug. Yeah, the grieving process. Yeah, infernal. Yeah, I kind of figured because when I was like, that looks
a little too real for me.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, that's. I'll stick to my skeleton and my squishes. Yeah.
Lots of squishies. Squishies are fun.
Yeah. Because there was one lady who had a reborn doll that legitimately looked like her.
Oh.
I was like, oh no, I would have flew over the cuckoo's nest. I would have flew over the cuckoo's nest. Some kid, yes, Nana J, some do get very carried away with them. Because like I said, the one lady was in a minivan. This woman has no husband, no kids, no nothing. Bought a minivan, was in her minivan, sitting in the back of the minivan in a McDonald's parking lot, trying to feed these dolls Happy Meals.
Oh wow. They don't digest food. They're just dolls, right?
Yeah. Now the one woman that I told you about, that she has an area in her house where she does this. She does it for the content aspect of it.
Right.
She was telling me, because people are like, oh, I can't believe you're using real formula. And she's like, in the caption of every video, I tell you what this is. She has a formula can that somebody gave her, somebody who legitimately had babies that was using formula, gave her the can. She cleaned it out. There's nothing in it.
Right.
She's pretending to put something in a bottle. One lady tried to get a baby.
Make believe.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I still say if those dolls start eating, we got bigger issues. Baby, listen, when one woman sat there and bear with me, this is during the point where I took some time off of the shows and off the internet. I did not know that this woman was talking about a doll. Okay.
Oh.
The way she was talking, she was saying that, and I've had children that went, like, after a couple weeks, their hair rubbed out and they were a little bald. Some do the cradle cap, the hair, and then you get excited when their hair starts growing back. So that's what I'm thinking she's going through. And she's like, yeah, the hair is growing back, blah, 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 blah.
Huh?
And then I realized it was a doll.
Oh my.
I sat crisscross applesauce on the living room floor. Like, am I the one that's insane? Is she insane? Am I seeing what I'm seeing? Am I hallucinating, or is she insane? Like, the rationale that I was going back and forth, like, how did we get here? And I was like, you know what? I need to get back to work, because I can't be on the internet, because I'm finding weirdos. And I mean,
right.
But that was some weirdo shit.
It is weirdo shit. Yes. Oh my God.
I was just like, that's when I hit up Thomas, like, back. Yeah, I'm coming back to work. He was like, you sure you ready? Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you why. I'm ready, because until now I was like, I don't know how to explain this to anybody. Right. Because I was still sitting there like, did I hallucinate? Now I did. I saved it. I favorited it because I was like, I'm gonna let some time go by. Came back. I was going back through, because my favorites I usually save for like my Saturday shenanigans. Because I'll go click it off a favorite, do edit, whatever. And I came across it and I was like, no, I didn't hallucinate that. This lady, okay. She
playing with
and recently doll. Was it? I believe it was early February. She was the same lady was going viral again. She got a new doll. She got a reborn doll from Goodwill. And I don't know what it is with these people cutting the doll's hairs and then giving them to Goodwill. I don't know what the lore is behind that, but it seems to be a thing. And this lady, she again was convinced that the hair was growing back. And somebody made a good point, like, hey, you're brushing this shaved head. The hair, the hair. I don't know. But I was just like, lady, you're not well.
At all. Not even in the slightest bit.
Oh, Annabelle, the lady that I'm talking about with the pretend formula, it's because she does skits for social media. So it's an empty container. And she has, remember, I don't know if y'all had them, but we had them when I was growing up. You had you could buy sets of bottles. Like one was milk, one was juice. And when you turned it to feed your baby, it looked like it was going away. Like it was
disappearing. Yeah.
So that's what she has. But Annabelle, this lady, she puts on skits with her reborn dolls and pretending. And mostly it's for new mothers who don't have a mother to help them with the day-to-day. So she puts on these skits in accordance to somebody's like, oh, how do you handle feeding when you're exhausted and you got to go here? So she pretends to be exhausted, like,
so
that you don't make the mistake. That's why she's doing it. That lady, she's fine. She's completely normal. Like I said, she has a whole section of her house. She does this stuff. It's fine. But the people that were like, I can't believe you're wasting formula. And she's like, and when you watch it, there's nothing in the scoop.
Right.
But I'm
There's
like, it
nothing
is
there, people.
right. It is a good idea because people forget there are parents out here that don't have somebody that they can pick up the phone and call.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's a good idea for content. Nice she does that.
And I was like, and because
Teach
she
new
has
mothers what
dolls
to
of
do.
different ages, like there was one that I saw, and I was like, you know what? I could have used this when my kids were younger. Because yes, my mother is a mother of multiple kids, but my kids are closer together in age than
Right.
what my mom had to deal with, and all of the mothers and parents that were around me. I have two sets of Irish twins.
Mm-hmm.
So having different sets of bottles for different things, like, and having to get one set ready for school, another set ready. So she did do like a series of videos getting up, getting, this kid ready for school, like how you can navigate that. And then I love, because this woman, you can tell she's drawing on experience and from talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that these are dolls, they can't make noises and everything else. But she's like,
Right.
oh, you're being so difficult today. We have to, because that's what happens with kids. And I'm like, I could have used these skits to navigate some of those mornings.
Right.
Because not gonna lie, there was some more I gave up and just sat down and I just cried, because I'm like, the kids don't know how to get through this. I don't know how to get through this. And we have to be honest, there's a lot of parent culture where people act as if you're just supposed, like, as soon as you get pregnant, you're just supposed to know how to handle everything. And
Right. Like it's automatic.
Right. Or people are like, well, I did it. No, you didn't. Like I've said before, there's a relative of mine that highly, highly, highly criticized me and really talked down on me and really affected my mental health for a long time, until one day I realized something. I had 4 children. She had 1.
Oh, wow.
She had a flock of people that would babysit, pay for vacations. She was able to get a house because of somebody else's money and name and signature on the dotted line.
Oh, yeah. So she had all kinds of help.
Given any help. I was just left to my own devices and criticized for it. So I'm like, I'm literally trying to figure this out. It would have been nice to see somebody. And then there are people that were like, well, you grew up in the house and you saw your I wasn't paying attention to what my parents were doing to get us corralled. Not to mention, I was being instructed to do other stuff. I wasn't able to sit and watch the growing up process for me and how my parents were doing it like it was a TV show.
Right. It just kind of happens.
Yeah. And as a child, I'm interpreting things different than the reality.
Right. Right.
Because there were times that as a child, if you would have asked me if my parents were abusive, heck yeah. And it wasn't because they were, it's because I didn't get my way. I didn't understand. No, I can't have this $400 keyboard because I'm not the only kid in the house.
Right.
And this isn't a necessity. But when I've been like, oh, they're abusive. I can't. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, don't ask me.
All of parenting is a learning curve, because not only
I don't know how my parents got us up, and then people go, well, when how'd your grandparents get you all together for church on Sundays when you were over there? By the time I realized what, like, cognizant of having a routine and everything else, I was older.
Right.
So yeah, my grandparents could get up, or we leaving at this time. I was old enough to get a shower, get myself dressed, be at the table at a certain time for grandma to give us breakfast, to meet at the car, to like. I don't know
4 kids.
That's before.
Like, you had to gauge 4 new personalities and 4, like, that's a lot with 4 kids. I mean, yeah, there was definitely a learning curve there.
Oh, Nana J makes a good point. Also, what works for one kid may not work for the next. I learned that.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the different personalities.
Yeah,
yep.
Like, I don't know what any of the adults in my life at the time were doing when the rest of us were infants or toddlers and rank. I don't know. And it would really, really piss me off when people would assume. And that's one thing that I run up against a lot in my life. On top of people trying to tell me who I need to be for them. And what do I mean by that? It's very rare, and this is why I'm appreciative of my friends, that people get to know me and ask clarifying questions. People just look at me or whatever and determine, oh, this is who she's going to be. They don't ask for anything, they don't do anything. And this is why you have people who will like me or hate me. And when you talk to them, they're like, you'll be like, who was that again you're talking about? And on top of that, people assume my level of intellect and assume that I'm just going to be killing life, that I'll just know this. Like, even when I left primary school, where, you know, you're in second grade, you have this class that you go to, the teacher walks you to the cafeteria, all these different things. Go to middle school, all I was told was first floor, all of the rooms will be 100, second floor 200. Well, nobody told me about annexes, this, that, and the other. Nobody, like, I wasn't given anything. I was just told, because they assumed, oh, she's smart, she'll
figure it out.
know this, that, and the other. Which, okay. And then when it came to being a parent, it was always, well, you should know that. Like, people getting upset with me because I didn't know, and doubly upset when I would say, I don't know.
Right.
And I'm like, what? How am I supposed to know if I don't tell you I don't know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But there are still people to this day that get pissed. I got a string of DMs before my other account got banned, because of a show that I did, where I, as always, because, you know, I got paper sitting here to take, where I'm like, okay, I can get back with y'all. I don't know this, blah, blah, blah. Or can somebody explain it? And somebody's, you should never say you don't know. Well, I'm not going to lie to the people. I don't know this.
Right.
And well,
it's okay to not know things.
Yeah. And it gets me when they're like, well, I just figured you would know. What about me said I would know that? Right. What?
You're knowledgeable, but that doesn't mean you know everything.
Right. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. And it not just subject matter, but even about people. Because like I told somebody, I was very honest that for the longest time I had two brothers. I had no idea where they worked or what they did for a living. That's never been a topic of conversation with me and those particular brothers.
Right.
We'll talk for hours, but never really about what each other does for work. And I was like, and I'm pretty sure they don't know what I do for a living either.
Right.
And somebody's like, you don't feel bad about that? I'm not dependent on their income. They're not dependent on my income. I trust my brothers.
My sisters do.
Right. I was like, I know that whatever it is, it's legal, because they're not going to come around me doing illegal stuff and put me in jeopardy. I was like, but I'm not going to sit here and make up, but I do have relatives that they will tell you, well, yeah, that's my cousin, or that, yeah, I know her, but no, you don't. Being related to someone or their IQ doesn't mean that you know them.
Right.
I'm quick to be like, yeah, we're related, but I have cousins that we've hung out a handful of times as children. I don't know much about them. Like, I have one cousin, great businesswoman, wonderful businesswoman. Certain things, if y'all need it, you'll hear me talk about it, and I will send you her way. If you have a great time doing business with her, or horrible time, I don't know what time you're gonna have, because I don't know. That is the truth. I don't know. And even the time as children that we spent together, our interests have been so polar opposite. Baby, I don't know. I don't know if she likes to cut jokes. I don't know if she's serious all the time. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that because we share a little DNA
that you know everything
about her. But like, I also have one cousin that will tell people, oh my goodness, Jesus Christ, the way they describe me.
Oh,
I looked at them and was like, who are you describing? They're like, you. No, you're not. Who?
Not moi, not me.
And there was upon a time we shared a house, and there were times where I would hear them in the stairwell, and I'm like, is somebody else moving in here? No. Who are you describing? You no. Who have you been paying attention to?
Not you.
And the thing about it is, I'm like, it also lets me know that people don't pay attention to actually how quiet I am. I know y'all are shocked, like, oh my God. Yeah, it's my job to talk.
Sometimes when you need that quiet time.
Yeah, when I ain't on, like, I can sit here forever quiet. But there were times this man got me a part-time gig working with him doing security at a gay club, right?
Mm-hmm.
To pat down young ladies and femme presenting individuals coming through the door and to check the bathrooms from time to time. You ever been to a gay club? You know why.
Yeah.
But outside of that, once again, he's one of those people and thinks that I'm always out and about. And I finally asked, and I was like, why do you think that? So many people have told me, well, if I looked like you, if I had your personality, I would.
But you're not me, and that's not what I do.
So because you would do that, I have to do it. And you're criticizing what you think I'm doing that you want to do. It y'all okay.
That makes no sense. Wow, that would annoy me. Wow.
And I've told people, I said, y'all do know y'all contradict yourselves when it comes to me. I said, because there are people, and there's videos of this on so many people's social media, it's just floating. Five minutes later, you know, she always out in the club. Wait, did you say that you was shocked to see her outside of the house? Yeah, but you know, last night she was up on it. What?
When? Yeah. That wasn't me.
And I just sit like, what the? Like, I have an aunt that swears up and down that I'm always out at a restaurant. Because I was telling somebody about something that I cooked. Now, you're always out. No, I'm not. I see the pictures. I'm sure you do because I post them, but that's not a restaurant. Do you think every restaurant I go to looks exactly the same? Well, I saw the dishes.
I made it.
Child. First, I'm like,
you make restaurant grade food. That's awesome.
I'm just looking at her like, now at the time that she said this, the kitchen that I had, very distinct kitchen. Okay, very distinct kitchen. And there was one particular place that had like the best lighting, okay, for me to take a picture. Because sometimes with food, it's hard to take a picture and it look appetizing. It can be the best thing ever, but taking a picture of it, that's why they rarely use real food for advertisement.
Right.
So in this one place, but I'm like, so you think every restaurant looks like this?
Ooh.
And mind you, where this was, there's like a window in the kitchen where you could see part of the window.
Right. Telltale sign that it's your house.
And I'm just like, it's the same curtain. And there were curtains I got from Dollar Tree.
And the curtain too. Wow. They didn't pick up on that little detail. Damn.
And trust me, I love them curtains. Boy, I love them curtains. Them curtains stuck with me for a couple years.
You got your money's worth.
Yeah, until my dryer caught on fire, and then it was no more of them curtains. That was the best $3 and some change I spent because I had to buy 2 packs of the curtains for the windows that were in there. But I was like, they were so cute and they were so lovely. Hi. Harley Pup says hello, everyone.
Hey, Harley Pup.
Okay, I get it. Did it stop? Okay. All right. You ain't got to do me like that. Ow! Don't push me out the chair. I'm okay. All right.
Harley is innocent.
You out of Law and Order? Okay. All right. I'm gonna get you back to Benson.
Harley can come hang out with me because I've been watching Law and Order lately. I'm determined to finish the whole series.
Oh, you heard that. Oh, she stopped, did you leave me that easily? Was it Law and Order?
I'm still on the Lenny Briscoe series too. He's still on the show.
Lenny Briscoe. DJ said hi. Inferno said hi. Then Jay said hi. Yeah, she likes some. Yeah, she like her Lenny Briscoe. She with Lenny. Wait, no, she's not in there with. Okay, I gotta choose my words. I said you like Lenny Briscoe. She don't want to know the room.
Harley's over there looking for me now.
What did understand you're in?
You have Harley think you got company coming.
I gotta choose my words, but I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry. Come here, baby. I'm sorry. She's not in there, and okay. I'm gonna do this better. She likes the same seasons that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not in there watching. Okay, no, okay. I know. Okay. Yes, I know. It's not bad. I got it wrong. I know I have to be better at explaining it to you. Okay, I said I'm sorry. Okay, you've been good. You want a treat? Your nose is extra cold. What you was sitting by the vent, weren't you? You put your face up by the vent, didn't you, to cool off? Yeah, you guilty. All right, that's fine.
I want a
you want a
treat.
treat?
I could use a treat.
You
Oh, I have a cookie I can eat later. Yay. There's my treat.
I'll get
My
you. I'll
husband
get you a
buys
treat.
makes overstuffed, like oversized cookies, the chocolate chip cookies. They're like giant.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, he brings one home from the job for me. And I forgot I had one until you said treat. Yay.
I'm going to jazz up a frozen pizza.
I like putting broccoli on the frozen pizza.
I like broccoli on there too, but because the frozen pizza industry are some bitches, I wanted a turkey pepperoni pizza. So I got some turkey pepperoni, and don't knock it till you try it, y'all. Because every time I suggest something, y'all look at me funny, and then you go try it, and then you're like, "Oh, it's not so bad." Yeah,
I'm down to try this. I'm down to try the turkey pepperoni.
So the turkey pepperoni and I'm going to spread some pico de gallo over it and add some extra cheese.
Oh, that sounds good.
The pico de gallo on pizza is good.
That does sound good. Little spiced up tomato on the
yes,
pizza.
It is good. And the turkey pepperoni. You have to add more garlic and stuff, but I cannot add more garlic Inferno unless you want me to die. Okay, I'm the resident vampire. I cannot have fresh garlic.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Because a fun fact, I have a latex allergy. So many people do not know that latex is naturally occurring in nature. It is in hops, kiwi, bananas, and fresh garlic. Now, what's just like with some allergies, if you heat up or dehydrate certain things, you can have it in certain quantities. But if y'all notice, like if you watch any of my cooking lives, I tend to use garlic pepper, dehydrated garlic, stuff like that. That's why.
Okay.
Latex is naturally occurring in nature, and it's in a multitude of things like the hops in beer. Now, I'm not a beer person. The few beers that I do like I've talked about, Krabby's, don't have hops in them. Most international beers don't have hops in them. So.
Okay.
Well, okay, I hear you. All right. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with us today. And as always, Jess, thank you. Are you coming back to the party on Friday, Jess?
Of course I will. Yes, I would love to be there.
We have some order special guests. I have to watch.
Okay.
Same with fish and seafood, which is used in some meds. Yes, Jay, because there's some seafood I cannot have, or they have to be prepared in a certain way. So
okay.
Yes, Harley will be here on
today.
Friday for the party too.
Yay!
I told them. So I will probably be recording from the floor, sitting crisscross applesauce.
Oh, okay. So the Harley can be up in the picture too. That's so sweet.
Gee, I told them. I told y'all what don't forget. Jeez.
Well, it was good seeing everyone today. Thank you all for joining.
So see you all. And for those that follow the literature series, I will see y'all in 30 today. Yes, today is Tuesday. So today is the E. Jean Carroll book. Not my type. if you missed yesterday with lovely one by Ketanji Brown Jackson, it is up on YouTube. We've completed the first 3 chapters.
Okay.
So, yes, Inferno, you will get your pup cam. Jesus, Pete. She beating me up like I was gonna forget. Nana J said, "But she would get out of there. You're in the cord. No, don't." We'll figure something out for you tomorrow because you just can't wait for your debut. You can't.
Harley being a handful right now.
They can't.
Harley knows it's past your time. That's why.
Yeah, they can't see you. We'll figure it out. I was gonna use the small pink camera and put it further down. But I forgot there's a little light that pops on when I turn on that camera, and she didn't like that. So I got to pull out the black camera that doesn't have the little light on it.
Mm-hmm. Got to kind of trick her.
Well, it's not that. She watches too much dang true crime. I'm pretty sure she thinks it's like a scope or something, like a laser pointed at her. She
It's her anxiety.
Yeah. So that's always each one teach one, each one reach one. And if you all are over on Substack, do not forget going over to the GCPR page and subscribe over there. There's a lovely entry regarding men's mental health that just got added today. So go check that out, mans. See y'all later now.
Turn the dial up, let the static fade away. We're building up the future, tracking every single day. Start the morning right, let the rhythm start to breathe. With the sound of coffee pouring, giving just what you need. From the sunrise spark to the late night glow, there's a space for your story and it's steady undertow. When the sun goes down and the shadows start to lean, we close it all out with conversations with Jonathan. This is GCPR Radio, loud and clear, where every single voice matters, far and near. Yeah, we lock it in, connect the track, GCPR. Got your back, download the app on your phone today. iOS or Android, we're a click away. When the weekend hits, yeah, the energy shifts. Sundays bring the heat with a couple of gifts. The Kennedy effect gives us the hard-hitting news, breaking down the facts, clearing out the blues. Then Wangry and Gambler step right into the zone, rule from their position on the microphone, tell you what to watch, what's a hit, what's a miss. Then it's the villain's view for their random commentary bliss. This is GCPR Radio, loud and clear, where